give me.
What's good? You made it back. Well, welcome. We were waiting for you, so let's get started. Just to let you know, this is episode 49 of the We Love Gaming podcast. And, before we start getting all the topics, what have you guys been playing this week?
So I didn't return Pokemon Snap yet. I'm actually having too much fun with it, guys. So my wife has been asking on a pretty regular basis, hey, let's play Pokemon Snap. So,
That's cool.
I got to play it. So
together.
we pretty much unlocked every level. The cool thing is each level, you can level up the level. So far, the highest we got is like level 3 on the level. But the more you take pictures and the more Pokemon you find in a level, you get EXP. Okay. And every time you level up, there's more encounters, more Pokemon, more things happening in the level. So it's kind of cool,
Kind of, it just keeps building on itself.
Exactly.
Do you get a better camera at all, or is the same camera, no upgrades, no RPG moments on there?
So you have the same camera throughout, but depending on where you are, you get different. There are some different items that you can get over time.
Okay.
So you just start with the camera, and then you start getting, your little fruit that you can throw.
Okay.
And then you get your little a light ball that you can. There's things that you get over time, so it's cool. And the cool thing is too, most of the levels. Once you level up the daytime level, there's a nighttime level, so it's kind of cool, because it changes the it up.
Is there
completely.
like a campaign in this
and
game?
there's Pokemon that come out only at night, right? So
Correct.
you get new Pokemon.
Exactly.
Okay.
The story is very, very shallow.
Do you just finish it really quick, or is there not really even a story?
There's not
Ain't
much of a
nothing there to
story.
Yeah.
You're just a researcher, and then the professor's always like, "Oh, after you're done taking these pictures, I have something to tell you back at the camp." So that's kind of how it is, And
That's
there's
how they
like
push you along, I guess.
there's like, oh, after you unlock a certain little milestone, the professor will be like, oh, back at the camp, I have something to talk to you about. So it's very, very shallow, but it's pretty fun. And that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. It's been a pretty light week for me. I've been still following Returnal, so I'm gonna send back Pokemon Snap. I'm gonna tell my wife, hey, I'm sending it back on Monday. And because we're going to buy it, I'm going to send it back, get Returnal for at least a week or two. But I've been following Returnal still, though. And before I left, it had only today, it only had 900 viewers on Twitch. So it went from being on the top row, the top five, to I was scrolling.
It was 3,000 last week.
I had to search for it
this week. Huh?
I had to search for it,
because it's that low on the
more
list.
More people
huh?
play, old games.
I still have not checked GameStop. While y'all are talking, I'm gonna just.
I've been checking OfferUp, so I've been seeing it. The lowest I saw so far is 50.
Me too. I was looking. I saw
So,
one
Oh,
for
you
50
see? So
as
you
well.
seen it on OfferUp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're starting to pop
50,
up.
they're trying to get all their money back for that.
Everyone,
one.
it's still selling.
much.
Dude, you cannot get a used copy on GameStop. I check it all the time. They don't have a used.
Amazon, the cheapest I've
option.
seen the used copy is 65. So that's way too
crazy,
much.
dude.
But I have a feeling,
What
in a
about
month
eBay?
from-
Anybody checked eBay?
I think they're still like around in the 60s on eBay. But in a month, I think we'll be ready to buy this game for the low.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like I really want to get that game, and like shout out to Steven. I think you were in the chat on the comment with that too. But Steven left a comment on the podcast.
progression.
Right, that's the one who said that he beat it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was the
in
one who was
14
really
hours.
happy with it.
Yeah.
Right.
He was giving his opinion on it.
Yeah.
How he it wasn't a game he would normally buy, but the drought he said that we mentioned is why he bought it,
Which
which
we
is why
did
we
think
all
that that's
believe
what
that's
was
what it
gonna
was.
happen.
That's
That's
what
how
the
it get
deal was.
itself,
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense.
But he still said that even though he bought it because it was the drought, not because he thought it was worth it, he ended up not feeling like he lost out. So
That's
he
good.
enjoyed it enough. And then he was like, I'm waiting for you guys' opinion on it. And so I was like, oh,
Right.
dude, that's
Soon,
making me want to
soon,
get it now.
soon. Yeah, I
So
know,
I'm
right?
like, what am I? I'm not going to actually go out and drop the money just for you, Steven. Just to
in
give
the,
you
in
our
the comments,
opinion,
let
man.
us know if you're gonna trade that shit back in.
Hey, yeah,
Or
we
if
could trade
keeping
you.
it.
Hey, let's make a deal, Steven.
Because I'm seriously considering it, Steven. I think I might grab it and just try it so we can give you some thoughts. Because we're definitely late on this, but it's like I'm kind of boycotting this thing, man, because I'm so
you refuse to
pissed
pay that
off.
70.
Yeah, I'm so pissed off on that
dude.
price.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that because Memorial Day is coming up, that I think that there might be a sale possible.
Nah,
You don't
dude.
think?
See, I don't
You
think
don't
so,
think so?
dude.
Heck no, dude.
No?
It's pulling Demon Souls. It's gonna be excluded from all the sales. Because remember that, like at Target
Yeah,
and
Demon
stuff,
Souls was like the only game
it's
that
like,
was excluded
buy
from
two
the
get one
sales.
free, except for Demon Souls.
I think that
So-
and the Kobe edition of 2K21 was like excluded from sales.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, we thought I felt it was going to be like that, but seeing how much it tanked, we were hoping that maybe we can get these Memorial Day sales, but it's feeling like they're just staying firm on this dumb game.
Keep in mind, tanked. We just mean in like viewership on
Yeah.
Twitch.
The
game is still good. Everyone, I'm glad people who spent 70 got their, because it's all about you. If you feel like you got your money's worth, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. You know what I mean?
You also got to look at because people aren't only just streaming on Twitch; they're streaming on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Like there's a guy that I watch quite often, Fighting Cowboy. And
he does a lot of
streams a lot of
walkthroughs.
And, he does a lot of walkthroughs. So I think like maybe Thursday or Wednesday he was planning on streaming Returnal.
Nice.
Oh, he hasn't started it yet.
I think he did. I think he was probably just continuing it or something.
Oh, I was like, this is a late start.
Because I know a lot of times because he's got a lot of viewers and stuff. He'll get paid to like play a game for like a certain
specific
period
game,
of time or something like that.
Yeah.
So he may have been sponsored to play that game for a certain period.
Maybe.
So he couldn't start Returnal until he had been done with the previous agreement.
That might have been it, or he's already been playing it and he's just continuing, in his block of whatever they paid for him to play. But I know he was like, he was playing Neo heavy, Neo 2 when that had came out, and then when the expansions dropped. But I think he just loves that game.
I watched a few of his walkthroughs
like
for Neo 2.
Yeah,
a couple of his boss fights.
Yeah, that fool loves the PvP in
Dark Souls,
Neo 2. And,
probably
and,
Dark
and
Souls,
Demon Souls
and Dark
yeah,
Souls.
He's
big on those games.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those are the mainly where I know about him from. Those Souls-like games that he does.
Yeah.
But so that's pretty much it for me, guys. 8. And then the viewers, if you play Pokemon Snap, let me know what you think about it, because I think it's a solid like 8.75 out of 10.
Wow,
in my opinion.
that's
I'd say like out of the three of us, you're like the most dedicated Nintendo player, because it's been a while since I've purchased.
I think just Pokemon.
Nintendo
I love the Pokemon stuff, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, because you're not playing Mario Tennis. You're not playing Mario.
No.
No,
I mean,
he's playing Pokemon stuff.
If it's Pokemon, I'll get it because I love Pokemon.
I don't think you've even played Fire Emblem or anything like that, right?
No, but I've been wanting to. Play I played Breath of the Wild. I played Super Mario Odyssey. I played Mario Kart.
When's the last time you bought a Nintendo Switch game?
Well, I told you I bought that Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we both bought the Super Mario.
Yeah. Which I did play that, so I bought that. So I do buy
the 3D
Switch
All-Stars?
games, 3D All Stars.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're not gripping enough for me to like
and
stick with
Animal
them.
Crossing.
Yeah, the last one that I bought was Mario Tennis. That was the last one I got.
Well, actually, you might be right. Actually, out of us, because I bought Animal Crossing. I bought 2 copies of that. So I guess out of us.
But I mean, you've been like consistent. Like you bought like quite a few games. I know like Ray's bought like Hades on there, and then he bought the Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
We've all played.
You're the one that told me about Into the Breach on there, huh? Because I bought that one. That game is sick.
It's a great game.
Yeah, dude.
Really great game.
Dope. It's only on the Switch though, huh?
It's not on PC.
No,
well, yes,
okay.
only on the consoles. There's only Switch.
Dude, I wish it was on the other ones.
I would have bought it on PS4 because I bought it on PC. I would rebuy it on PS4 because I love it that much.
That was like the best $10. That was like one of the
That's
second
digital
indie games.
only.
It's really great. I should actually buy that on my Switch.
That's digital only, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
from the creators of Faster Than Light. I'm a huge Faster Than Light fan.
I've never even played that.
I love that game. It's just brilliant to me. Okay. Those guys are genius game designers in my opinion. They've only made like two games, but both of them to me are masterpieces.
I never played that.
In my opinion,
Faster Than Light, but
they're super simplistic games. You should. I think you really. I love Faster Than Light. It just shocks me how great it is.
I gotta say, it's probably gonna be.
Was that a Humble Bundle game back in the day?
Might have been.
I think I got it on
They're
Steam.
like super low res.
Is it on
like
Steam?
super low tech stuff.
Like 8-bit type
Is
games?
it a Steam game?
More
Is it on Steam? Because I might have it.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay, I'll check.
Yeah, it's like 8-bit type games, but they're just genius in what they're all original things. Like you've never played a game like this before.
Yeah, you should
they're
try
just really
Enter the
good.
Breach, dude. That game is sick. Because I used to like Advance Wars Dual Strike, and then I kind of like miniature games. So it's literally like you're playing like a dope board game.
Yeah, it's just like a cool board game like Advance Wars.
And it's quick and
the main difference is you get 3 units the whole game. You're not you're not creating new units.
Oh, okay.
So you have to like really maneuver it around because if you lose all 3, you're
gotta
dosed.
last.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as you progress, you can get other like I guess leaders or pilots or I don't know that have different units.
Different vehicles.
Yeah.
That have different
It's
powers.
a dope game, dude.
So
Okay.
it's incredible.
So what have you been playing, man?
So of course, Outriders. I stick to that, but I stopped playing it because I keep dying from that one-shot bug.
Dude, that's
It's
some
the
BS.
most annoying thing ever, man. And it always happens right at the end of the run too, which is most annoying. Which I was
the boss
reading more
drops out,
about that.
Right.
Yeah, because people were talking about how if you pull your gear off and then put it back on, that whole trick,
Yeah.
that resets your armor values and stuff in your mods. But then that it resets after cutscenes. And I told you in expeditions you can't skip cutscenes.
Yeah.
And so that's always when it happened to me. And so it lined up for me. Like that made perfect sense.
Right.
Because I would start the expedition and I would just be, man, I'm
Shredding.
strong. This is fun. Like I
You
felt
get
really
to a
good.
cutscene of the boss.
You're having like a great time because you're just like mowing through enemies. You're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You feel powerful. And then you get to that last zone and the cutscene happens. And I'm always like on the brink of death. Like from that moment forward, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I just insta die out of nowhere. I just die. And it's like, this is so frustrating. And it's always at the end. So you just spend 8 minutes.
Waste.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this. And so it's like, I am so upset with that game.
It's a little bit worse on the expeditions just because of the simple fact that you can't just go back into there and then try to beat the boss.
Right,
Like they don't just let you reset the boss
The
fight.
whole
and finish
expedition
it.
is started
So the
over.
expedition has failed. And all you get is whatever items would have dropped in the world from the enemies.
Right,
That's
when you
all
leave the zone.
Get. Yeah, so
So-
you don't get the extra tier ups or none of that crap. So
That's depressed me because I really have a good time playing that game.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Talk about arcadey. Like it feels just fun to me. You just sit down, you're just mowing through guys, you're getting fun, powerful loot. I love it, but it's like it's an unplayable state for me.
Yeah.
And I never, really experienced this before.
Dude,
I feel like Outriders is a tad bit more grindy with gear, like getting gear, than Destiny was.
Mhm.
I feel like
It is.
the legendary drops are just like
It is.
so few and far between. Like I don't think I've ever seen an actual drop from a boss, really. Like not too many times. I think those one things that we did when you were running me through it, those were like quest turn-ins, right? Or were they from bosses?
Oh, what we did, that little
when
trick?
we were
The
doing-
level
when
one?
you
Those
started
are
at
from
level
boss
one,
kills.
Those are from boss kills?
Yeah, not quest turns and
Yeah,
boss
so
kills.
you've got like those that drop, but like in Destiny you would get stuff that would drop from like random peons or whatever that would be out there.
could,
You
yeah.
might get like an
The loot
exotic or
cave.
something like that. Yeah,
We
loot
got a
cave
lot
was
of ours
crazy.
from loot caves though.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
And Zur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Zer
So that's
purchasing-
where I think we got most of our exotics from, right?
But
And
they're giving
if
you
you're lucky.
no option to purchase the legendary
Right.
weapons except from that one guy, and you have to do the drop pod resources.
There's-
And they're absurd prices on those drop pod resources.
Yeah, but if you do like a tier 15 expedition, you get enough resources to buy like one of those every time.
But there's no raids in
But
that
you
game,
have
right?
you have to get up to the tier 15.
Right.
Right.
There's no raids in that, right?
No.
So I could see why the loot chase is real then, because that's the longevity of the game.
And it's not intended to be a gaming as a service game.
Ah.
But some people, there's a petition going around. Some people want that dude. I don't know, even know his name. The Indian guy that sells you those
Yeah.
few exotics.
Right.
To have a looping every week update.
So like a Zur.
Like a Zur.
Wait, how often does he update? Because
Never.
I know I had
it's
checked
it's
before.
it's a static 6 legendaries you get from him.
That's kind of lame.
So
It doesn't change
the-
week to week.
So it's only 6, and it's the same 6 every time.
Every week. So it's like
Really?
that's a way to earn those specific 6 items.
Damn. Why is there a countdown timer on there then? Like when you look at his menu, there's a countdown timer at the very top.
Yeah, for his
on the
other
left.
loot. For his other
For
loot.
the purple
yeah,
crap that's
not,
on the
yes,
side?
not for the legendary gears.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a huge fail on their part. Like
Yeah,
you
a
would
lot-
think that they would have just incorporated that.
Isn't that and that's a simple fix because they already have timers in the game. So
Right.
you actually
Just
could just
include that
just
with the
just
timer.
switch it. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And that would just be a way to like look every week and a reason to log in every week.
Yeah.
Because I would keep playing
Especially
Destiny.
if you're just hoarding the resources, you know?
Yeah, I would just keep playing Destiny to check what Zur had.
Yeah, I would pop
You know?
in every
I would
Friday
pop in
just
every
to see
Friday.
what Zer's got.
Exactly.
Google, I'll look it up.
Let me
Oh, what
find,
does he have?
let me find what
Yeah.
planet Zer's on. Let me go, boom, quick shot over there.
It's a
and then boom.
simple
It was
link
fun.
that you have to the game.
Yeah.
They it's a way to attach you to the game, and like Outriders doesn't have that.
Yeah.
You know, the only way you can really farm legendaries is by doing those
Exploits?
those hunts.
Right.
And-
finishing all 10 of the hunts, finishing
Yeah.
all 10 of the hits.
Yeah.
And then
That's like an hour
getting all the way up to the tier.
to between an hour and a half each. So it's about an hour to an hour and a half to do all the hunts, and about an hour to an hour and a half to do all the wanteds.
And then you get a random
You
legendary.
get and so that'd be so that'd be 2 legendaries.
2 randoms.
One
And
random
then-
piece of gear, one random weapon.
And then you actually get legendaries from tier 12, 13, 14, and 15.
So is that Do you think that is a solid loot grind, an hour to an hour and a half per legendary, or should it be more recent, more?
I think that's about fine because like if you,
It's not that bad when you look at it
like
like
let's
that.
say like WoW back in the day,
seems okay, right?
It's like running a end game dungeon, and then you're not always guaranteed to get something. In this case, it's a random, so you could get some crap.
It seems like less time actually than running a raid in Destiny 2. Remember, those suckers used to take like 2 to 3 hours to do it, maybe more, because you would wipe so many times.
And it's you
and
could
then
do
at
it completely
the very
solo.
end, you would get something good.
That's cool.
It's a solid weight. The only thing I'll say is I don't know if it's a loot table or not. I don't know if it's like you can only earn
Specific
so
stuff?
many legendaries from it, or if all the legendaries are open.
Can
to
you get duplicates? Is that a thing?
You can.
Okay.
You can. Yes.
So you're saying that if you do the 10 hunts and then the 10 hits, each time you turn it in,
You get a legendary.
You get a legendary,
Yes.
and then you can go and do them all over again and get another legendary.
Right. That's a legendary farm that's guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
But you get a lot more legendaries for doing expeditions.
Right.
Because you'll get a legendary like every 2 to 3 expeditions.
Because
and
you're
expeditions
taking the
are 8 to 10
resources
minutes
and
long.
buying it, or because you're actually getting a drop from the resources?
No, you're getting a drop at the end of the game. At the end of the expedition, if you got the gold tier,
Yeah.
and you pop the pot open, a legendary will pop.
Oh, so as long as you can achieve it in the 15 minutes.
On the
you'll always
higher
get
tiers, like
Okay.
13, 14, and 15.
Damn, so you got to go that high. So
Right.
if you can make it all the way to 13, 14, 15 tier,
And like
and
farm
you do
14.
it within the 15 minutes,
Yes.
then you can get
Yes.
a legendary guaranteed each
It's
time.
not guaranteed, but it's very
Quite
frequent.
often.
So like at least every other, or like 2 out of 3.
Okay.
That's
So
still
I got
So
to
that's the
good.
way to really farm a lot of them.
Right.
Because then you can get, you're doing 10 runs, 6 to 10 runs an hour.
Right.
And you're getting like 4 or 5 legendaries in an hour.
That's pretty
versus
good.
just one, right, from
Every
the thing.
hour and a half.
But you can't play the game because you die.
Oh, because of
The
damage
insta-shot
mitigation.
thing kills you. So it's like, yeah, I would love to do that.
But you can't.
And I was farming up, man. I was going through the tiers until the one-shot bug hit. And I'm just like hit and miss. Like one run, I'll get through it. And then I'll play again and I'll die. It's like, and that just kills it. I want to just shut it off. I would love to just sit and farm for an hour, but
I
I
wonder if it
can't.
helps if you play with other people.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering if you wanted to play.
Yeah.
I don't know how that new build worked out for you. Maybe we'll talk about that next. But,
It was a little rough. Yeah, so I guess I'll just was that
go
all
ahead.
you played? Was that
well, no, and I
last?
played Control this week.
Oh, you finally
Oh,
tried
I did.
Control.
Yeah, I
I
played
just asked
Control.
you if you played Control too, so I guess you didn't hear me or whatever. But
Oh, did you? When did you ask
When
me?
you're talking about the third person.
Oh, you
shooting?
mentioned I didn't
this
hear
was
it.
before.
Oh,
This
okay.
was
When we
before
were chatting when we
talking,
came in.
before
Yeah.
the
Dude, Control's dope.
yeah.
Control,
You like it, huh?
I like it a lot, actually.
Okay.
I'm actually really, really impressed with Control. It exceeded my expectations. I already knew it was going to be a good game. I figured, but I really like it quite a bit. Like I like the intrigue of the story, like the mystery of the world.
Yeah.
Is way more mysterious than I expected it to be.
Really?
I thought it was going to be much more just straightforward. You're just kind of like the super soldier, killing things. It's completely not that.
The powers are kind of cool,
Like,
though, right?
yeah, like dude, I'm reading everything.
Dang.
Like when I find documents, I'm
Yeah.
pulling it up and I'm sitting there reading it, which I don't usually do that in a lot of, I did it for Last of Us, but I don't really do that for a lot of games.
I stopped. I thought it was cool, and I enjoyed the powers and things like that, and how it was playing. The only reason that I stopped playing it is because I couldn't figure out where to go next. I wasn't getting a clear indication
Really?
of where to go. Yeah, I kind of got to a point where like nothing was showing up on my map as like a go here or anything like that, and so I was just like, oh well, I don't know what to do. So and then other games come up, so I just stopped and
I think I might have ran into something like that, but I figured out or something. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, like did you figure out the hotel room?
Yeah, where you go into a room and you have to do like a phone or something like that. It was like a light switch or whatever.
Dude,
and
when
then
you
answer the phone,
you
go
had to
into
get to
a
the
hotel.
phone. I died a few times because I ran off the edge. You remember that? Did you die too?
Nah.
Dude,
I
I
didn't
thought
run off
I
the
thought I
edge.
could just go to it.
Oh, okay. You thought you could just take the bridge,
I thought that there was a bridge there.
right?
So you just stopped? What did you do?
I answered the phone. And
No, but how did you
then
get to
I
the
started
phone? How
playing
did you get to the phone?
Because I was playing with the light because I was like, okay, there's nothing there, so I kept clicking the lights and I was noticing that if you turn
There's only
around
one
in
light to
certain
click.
ways, yeah, well, there's like another room because there's rooms that you go in. So you go into one room.
No, before you got to the hotel. The moment you pick the phone up, you go to the hotel. Oh no, sorry. you have to do something strange to even get to the hotel room.
Right.
And then the doors start opening.
That was the tunnel or whatever that you had to go to, right? And there you see like the little room that's way off.
Yes, that's way in the distance.
Right.
I ran off the edge because I thought there was a platform to run to the phone because it's ringing.
Even though you didn't see a platform.
Yeah, even though I didn't see one, I thought that
you thought it was like a bridge of faith.
Because these games they have like these invisible bridges that you walk across.
Yeah.
And it's telling me to go, and so I clicked on the switch. Nothing changed.
Mm-hmm.
So like I ran off the edge, I died. I came back, I clicked the switch, ran off the edge, I still died. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I was like running around. I didn't know where I was supposed to go. Kind of like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And there's like no indication telling you what to do. And so I ran back to that room again. And there's a little sign there right next to before you run off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I read that. It's like in very small print.
I forgot what it said on
I
there.
read that.
It said something to tell
and
it told you like what to do about
it
something.
says that this room deals with the law of 3 or whatever. And so I was like, so do I have to press this light switch 3 times? So I pressed it 3 times and it activated the hotel room.
That's dope.
Oh, okay. That must have been what happened because I know I was clicking some shit, but I was turning around. I was clicking.
That's
and then
why I was
turning around and waiting.
It is so confusing.
And then
what
all
am I
of a
supposed to
sudden,
do?
I hit the switch and then the thing popped. So I thought maybe
it was on
I
your
had
third
went into
switch.
a different, a different pattern or something. Because
there's no way for me to think that I'm just going to keep clicking the switch. Because it's like, that's foolish to keep doing the same thing. Of course, the whole rule of insanity.
Right.
To do the same thing over again and expect a different result. Like, I'm not just going to keep clicking the switch like a moron. And then I got even more confused when I got into the hotel. Because it's like the same thing. I don't even know what triggered it.
Use like the other rooms. I believe.
I don't even know what triggered it, man. It's the doorbell. The bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you press that 3 times, another door switches open. Like it had me all
because the front door
confused.
opens at one point.
Well, when you go into the hotel, there's a door that's open already, a room, and there's nothing in there.
Right.
So I'm just running in circles in that place. There's another door that I can actually interact with, but it's locked. And then there's the bell. So that's all there is. You're in a hotel hallway, and then there's a front desk, and you run in. There's a door you can interact with, but it's locked. You run down the hall. There's a bell to press, and then there's a door open with nothing in there to touch. That's it. So you're running around in there, and there's nothing to do.
I thought there was a light switch in that room.
There's no light switch. There's no light switch in that room. I went back and I pressed the bell, and then like nothing happened. I would go to every door, try to interact with it. I crouched, I was like looking all the cubbies. What am I missing? You know? And then I would press the bell again, and then eventually another door opened. Another door opened, and then I went in there, and there was like a key or something in there. I grabbed the key, went back to the original door I can interact with, and that's where there was a light switch in there.
Okay.
And then that started the next. That's when I got a power upgrade.
Right.
And then But I just what puts it over the top is not necessarily like the gunplay and stuff, but it's the intrigue of the story. For me, that's what I was not expecting to be as good as it was. I was expecting a fun, action-oriented, psychic power kind of game, which I knew would be fun. But to be so intrigued by like the mystery of the story, it's really pretty awesome, and it's all very interesting. Like it makes me want to, know more.
Right.
I'm still lost on what's going on.
Damn.
Like
that's the one we got on PS Plus, right? We got that a couple months ago.
That's good, man.
Is that the one we got with Maquette Control? Oh no, we got that spray paint game. That was
I
that
think
one.
we got
Genie.
that before it.
Concrete Genie, right?
Concrete
With that
Genie.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to try that.
Concrete Genie, I think it's like PSVR too.
Oh nice. But yeah, I need to try that out.
Yeah. So I've really been happy with the last couple of games I've played. I played Resident Evil 7, and now I've played this. I've been really happy.
Did you finish 7 yet?
I haven't finished 7 yet.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm going to be going on vacation this next week, so I'm going to have some time to play some games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably definitely try to finish that Control. Control also feels like a Metroidvania to me. Have you thought about that? It's like a kind of like a map, and certain things unlock as you get like new abilities. You can like backtrack and go to new areas. And so it has like a little Metroidvania feel to me. And the combat feels really fun too. Yeah. Like picking heads off. I didn't switch it to the auto shot like you did.
Dude, you pop
because it feels good
man.
enough. It felt good enough for me, like the way it was.
It's like you turn like uber beastie when you just like lock and pop. You know what I mean? Like so, as soon as you log onto a target, you squeeze the trigger, you're getting headshots. So it's like cheating, but it's just really fun. You know?
Did you
get
the?
You just feel like you're really powerful.
Did you ever get the dash?
Yeah,
I got the dash. Yeah, that's really. It feels like Hollow Knight to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Like, I'm
guess
just
you're
saying
right,
it's like a Metroidvania
Right.
feel to me. I really like it, man. It's dope. I
sounds
recommend it to everybody out
it
there.
was definitely a fun one. I would have played more, like I said, but I just got to a point where I was just running in circles and I didn't
Gotcha.
know where to go. I didn't know whether I should be in the main
It took me a minute.
outdoor area, the indoor outdoor area, or in there with like all of the rooms and stuff. If you go to the same rooms you've already been, sometimes it just triggers another fight again. You know, with
Yeah.
like the guys coming, so it's like, yeah, there's shit to do.
Is this where I'm supposed to
constantly,
go?
But, like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where I'm
Yeah.
supposed to go, and I
Yeah.
wasn't getting like an indication. Like a lot of times there was like, you know, you talk to the janitor dude, you know, he'll have something for like for you to do, and you go over there and do it, or you might see something else right after you finish the last mission to progress through that story part or something like that to send you another area.
Dude, I honestly
But,
think it's like a Metroidvania.
It's hard to go with the maps and stuff like that.
You know, in like a
I gotta read the maps
Metroidvania,
better, I guess.
like you don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know where to go next. I don't know how many Metroidvanias you played.
You just
Like
kinda
we played
gotta
a lot
look
of them,
around
and you're just
see-
kind of like, okay, there's a little area there that I haven't been able to get by. Let me go down there and see if any of my new abilities I've acquired will let me get through it.
Right.
And you're kind of just like backtracking and retracing. I think this game kind of follows that.
Hey, is Ori a Metroidvania?
Ori's Metroidvania.
Okay.
Well, I would consider it definitely Ori and the Will of the Wisp. The second one.
'Cause
Is
I feel like that
definitely
because
Metroidvania.
I'm like, oh, where do I got to go now?
Yeah, you
And
kinda
have to
backtrack and
circle
stuff.
back and like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I missed this.
I would consider Ori and the Blind Forest a Metroidvania. It's not quite because the action's a little different in that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a platformer, but there's definitely Metroidvania
Gotcha.
elements in Ori and the Blind Forest for sure.
Yeah.
So that one's sick, man. Play it.
Yeah.
Get on it.
But as far as me, all I did was play Outriders.
Mm-hmm.
I did plan on playing Days Gone, so I could try to finish some more of the story up on that one because I enjoyed playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was stuck on Outriders. You know, I was playing that with you.
Yeah.
Trying to get my world tiers
It's
up.
fun,
so
man.
I
It's a
think
lot of fun.
Yeah, I finally hit world tier 13.
Yeah.
And I'm really close to like 14. But I'd still like to get to 15 with it, you know, so I can get those 2 legendaries or whatever, and then be able to do all the other stuff. So that was cool.
How's that funeral pyre?
The funeral pyre, along with the golem's limb guns, the shotguns, they're okay, but I just wasn't getting ammo like that. I wasn't getting ammo. So it's like sitting there doing the leap of the leap, and then using the golem ability. Like, I feel like the golem ability doesn't really do too much when you're fighting beasts because it's like it doesn't protect you from the claws. I think it only protects you from bullets or something, or it's just not that much damage negation. So
Or it could be
it
the
was
one
just
shot
kind of
bug.
whatever.
Just playing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but the shotgun was doing okay, and it was useful. It's just that the golem limb, it just doesn't have enough shots, like in my pocket. You know what I mean? It's just not enough. Like I go through them and they're out. The same with the funeral pyre. I go through them and I'm out. So like next thing you know, I'm fighting a good portion of the battle
your
with my
pistol.
damn handgun pistols, and it's like shit, man. Like
Something's wrong. You gotta look it up. You
yeah,
gotta
I
look it
probably
up.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I gotta keep messing with the stuff more
Yeah.
or whatever, or maybe it becomes better once I get, you know, like some of those 3rd tier clothing, you know, the armor abilities or something like that. But it was just at the point where I was ammo starved, like a good majority of the battle. You know what I mean? And there was some times where I would be good because, you know, I could just run around the map and find little
You can press
ammo
down and
pieces
collect it,
stuff.
can't you? Down the D-pad collects ammo.
I was doing that, and at one point I collected ammo, but after that I was able to collect ammo. I would literally see it, know I need ammo, press down on it, and it
And
wouldn't
he
pick it
wasn't
up.
sucking it up.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
was just
pro
like,
tip
damn.
out there for all you playing Outriders on the Xbox. If you want to auto loot everything in the map, press down on the D-pad.
Yeah, it's super helpful. When he told me about
Yeah.
that, I was like, oh, damn, this makes it so
Yeah.
easy because I was just like, you know, I would
Pressing
run
X
around
on
when I see
everything,
stuff,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
to click
Yeah.
everything. But if I can just ignore all that and just press down while I'm shooting and stuff, like
It picks up all resources too. Salt, titanium, and leather and steel.
Nice.
Right. So,
So,
it was super helpful.
You
Yeah.
can just spam it. You don't even need to look around. Just
Dude,
You
literally,
just
I
hit
just
it.
run through the level, and when I get to the end, press down, and all the level items collect to me.
Oh,
How dope is that? The whole level,
Yeah.
dude.
That's gonna be.
You don't even have to be in like at the vicinity of it.
Yeah, because the one thing I hate about loot in games is it takes away from kind of what you're doing sometimes. Sometimes you just want to smash through something.
Yeah. That's
like
what
in
we do to
Diablo
farm the
sometimes,
tiers.
you know?
Yeah.
I wish that was in Diablo because
Yeah.
sometimes like you're just trying to beat a rift as fast as possible.
Absolutely.
It
Especially
slows
since
you
you're
down.
trying to
Absolutely. To
So
stop
that'd be
and
cool at
grab
the
that
end
item.
to just be like
Yeah.
loot everything.
Yep.
Ching.
That's what it is.
That's dope.
And that's what I learned too. And that made all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
I do
Especially
compare
it's not
things to
time-consuming.
Diablo though when it comes to loot, because like in every rift you got a legendary.
Yeah.
But anyways, what were you saying?
But yeah, so just pushing through that. So hopefully maybe we can get a chance to play tonight or something like that afterwards. And get some good game time in. Hopefully we can at least get the tiers, because that one forest enclave area or whatever with the gate or whatever.
The gate, yeah.
Is actually pretty quick, man. You do 4 runs and you get a
That's
world
what I was
tier.
telling
That's
you.
all you need to do.
Yeah.
So
And a run is
that's
like
pretty
4 or
good.
5 minutes.
yeah, and
Ain't
then
bad.
as OP as you are on those lower
Yeah.
tiers that I'm on.
Right.
He's able to shred through stuff a
Nice.
lot
Yeah.
quicker. But me and my father-in-law ran through one without you, and that one took a good minute. Like, I think I got dropped like a couple of times. He had to revive me. It was more of a battle. 'cause
You guys
it
are
was just us
fighting.
two,
Yeah. Right.
But after that, then we just did that and cut
Right.
loose. But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I'm hoping that I can get some more time in with Days Gone, and
Some good
see
games
what's
to
going
play,
on with
man.
that. Finish that,
Which is why I haven't been so pressed to get Returnal.
right.
It wasn't until Steven mentioned, that he
Yeah.
wanted our opinion on it.
I know,
I'm
and
like,
if
I'm gonna
and
give
if
my
Mark is
opinion.
able
I'm
to
gonna get
get
it.
it, I would at least see if I could borrow it or something like that for like a day or two or
Yeah,
something like that,
for
and at least
sure.
get a couple of hours
For
in
sure,
on
man.
it.
For sure.
I know I won't be able to beat it that quick.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You gotta at least
if I
try
could play it a
yeah.
little bit, just to try it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Are you all getting Ratchet and Clank day one?
No.
I don't think I'm gonna grab Ratchet
No?
and Clank. It looks good.
Everyone's raving about it, man.
I'm
but
sure
I
it's
haven't
wonderful,
been
but-
too.
Yeah, it looks
pressed.
good, and it looks like it'll be that one game that's able to utilize a lot of what
The
the
PS5?
PlayStation's got to
Yeah.
offer.
Yeah.
I don't know if Returnal
Dude, they said
uses
every
that.
gun feels different on the haptic feedback.
That's dope.
Yeah, so
That's crazy, right? So every gun you pick up and shoot is gonna have a different like rumble.
Dang.
Every
sick.
gun. That's true.
and it was also the way they were shooting it, right? Like a
Yeah,
half cock
yeah.
shoots it certain way, and then
Right.
if you
Hold
full
it all
pull,
in,
it does like a
semi-burst.
different shot. So
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. But I figure like those type of games would be like one of the ones that would like fully utilize the controller. Astrobot would fully utilize the controller. So I think like when you start getting into more of the fantasy, more kid friendly games, they'll probably be able to utilize a lot more of the
Dude, a
controller.
lot of
altogether.
people, or I think it was Colin Moriarty, was saying that Returnal does a lot of cool things with the controller too.
Oh yeah,
And in his opinion,
maybe
that
Steven can tell us.
yeah, Steven, let us know. In his opinion, that is the next gen of gaming. Like that's the next step.
When does Ratchet come out
That
again?
Fully
interactivity
utilizing
with
that
the
controller
controller.
like that?
Yeah, like that's the real next gen. Not 4K, not 60 frames. Like what that was doing was neat. He's like what they did with like Astro Boy, and like
Oh, I
some of these
love that
PS5 games. He's like, this stuff is like, this is where it should be going.
Yeah.
They should be getting more and more creative with this.
It should be natural though, not like the stuff where they force you to utilize
Yeah,
something
sure,
like the touchpad
sure.
that you don't ever really use.
Right.
I feel like Nintendo's always good about doing that with their games and their Joy-Cons.
utilize
and
all their
they
games.
utilize that thing to take their games, elevate them with crappy graphics. So he
Yeah.
makes a good point.
Yeah,
You know?
Dave-
it's just because everything they make is first party. Where on PlayStation, there's so many third party and second
Yeah.
party games, you don't get that consistency of like
Yeah.
every game utilizes all the functions.
Right, because they're trying to make it
For
the
everything.
coding across
Right.
the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not
Exactly.
using it. Days Gone kind of has an annoying application of or use of the swipe pad, the touchpad.
Really?
Yeah, because depending on the way that you swipe the touchpad, it'll pull up like your inventory menu, or it'll pull up the map, or it'll pull up your
Depending
upgrading
on which direction you
skills
swipe.
or whatever. Yeah, and sometimes when you're playing and
You'll
you're shooting
accidentally
shit,
nick it.
I mean, my hands are big, so
Right.
my thumbs are long,
You got the long
and
thumbs,
sometimes I might graze the D-pad, and if I'm in the thick of some shit, killing some freakers, and then I graze the
And your
the
map
touchpad,
opens.
it's like, ah, shit. So now I gotta prepare to get out of it and
Yeah,
then like
yeah,
run or keep
right.
shooting or whatever.
Exactly.
So sometimes it throws me
Yeah.
off, but I do like the way I do like when the games utilize the speaker on the controller.
Sure, I have always
think
liked
that's
that.
pretty cool. Like
That's
Days
pretty
Gone
dope.
is pretty dope because when you find like these little tape recordings or whatever, and then when you click them, you never hear them from your you would hear them from your headset if you have your headset on because all your volume goes to your headset. But if you're playing the game like regular, you don't hear it from your TV,
Right.
or the projector or whatever. You hear it from the controller.
Yeah, I think
and it sounds like a controller. Like that's like it sounds like a walkie-talkie.
Was it
playthrough or
Uncharted
something
doing
like
that on the PS4? Because they had the speaker on the PS4 controller.
I think so. I know Division uses it a lot.
Yeah.
Division
And I
utilizes
always
the
loved
speaker on
that, dude.
That
Like
was a
it
cool
is.
feature.
It's like it breaks the third wall, right? Like
Right.
I feel like
You
whoa, that
you
feels
look
real
down and you're like,
now.
oh shit, like my
Yeah.
controller's like talking.
It's
you
not
can put it
like-
up to your ear to
yeah.
hear it more or whatever.
It's
know?
like it was a total trip. Like
Yeah.
someone was dogging someone for like liking that because I think there was a game that came. I think Returnal might have been it where they were using the speaker like that to
Yeah.
talk and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, "Boy, man, that took me for a ride. Like I wasn't expecting how cool that would be." I'm like, "Dang, you're just not experiencing that. Like that's been on the PS4 for like a long
been
time."
doing that
Yeah,
for
because
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the PS4 game, like when you hit the touchpad, it turns on a flashlight, and you would hear like a little
Yeah.
switch, you know,
Yeah,
and then
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
the,
yeah,
on the
that's dope.
controller.
the light,
Yeah,
you know, illuminates.
Mhm.
So that was a dope little. It felt like
Mhm.
you were actually turning on your flashlight.
totally.
Yeah.
But
I
Yeah.
love all those little things, the little
Yeah,
gimmicky
dude.
things, so long as they're like utilized.
those are
right,
nice touches.
As a
you know?
walkie-talkie was like perfect.
yeah.
That was a perfect idea. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, especially
So,
when
yeah.
you're when you're playing like in Division and calls are getting shot through or whatever, or like the next mission, and it's telling you from
That's
your
dope.
controller, and it's like, oh,
There's
that's
something
pretty-
about
that's
like
pretty
it
tight.
feels like you're involved now because
Yeah.
it's like to you directly. It's like they're actually calling me. Wow, me. It's so
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah. But before we get into the quick shots, we did want to let you guys know one more time, right? Because
Next week is the reveal the winner.
but
pick.
you're not even gonna be here to catch that.
I know,
'Cause
man.
you're going on
I know what I'm
vacation.
gonna
Should we
do.
push it back 1 week?
I don't know.
Push
I
it
guess
one or
we
what?
could push
I think
it
we
I can
should push
share
it
with
back
y'all?
one more. We need to push it back one more.
Yeah, we'll push it back.
All
We'll
right.
push it. We'll give you guys one more
more
week
week.
to throw some more names in there, some more comments, more subscribers. But yeah, so to let you know, we are doing a giveaway. It's a two $20 gift card giveaways. So it'll be to whatever you
So
got.
two winners.
Yeah, two winners. So Nintendo, PlayStation,
Amazon.
yeah, Amazon, shit, GameStop,
Xbox,
you know, the
Steam,
Xbox,
whatever,
yeah,
man.
Steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really like,
World of Warcraft.
So, we'll do
Buy
the
yourself
name
a month
drawing.
of World of Warcraft. An amount. Buy
Yeah.
yourself a month.
Get
an
you
amount.
a Blizz,
Yeah.
a BattleNet pass or something like that, whatever that thing is.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're gonna do that giveaway live. We have an Instagram account, so we'll probably just do it on Instagram. I think
Yeah,
it's
for
easier
sure.
that way. So if you haven't and you'd like to, it's not required for the giveaway, but we're gonna be doing that, and it's We Love Gaming Pod on Instagram. So you can follow us there, and we'll do that probably on the day that we record, which we normally record on Saturdays. So we'll probably just go live on Saturday, whether anybody's watching or not. It's gonna be us, and we'll just have it there.
We'll announce
so
the
that
winners.
if you are there, yeah, you'll see if you popped up, and then we'll hit up whoever.
Yep.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. Just like go to their
Message,
profile
yep.
and hit them up like that or whatever. But we'll find some way to contact you guys. Give you guys enough time to contact us or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, so getting into the quick shots, the first one is Capcom. We saw an article that was stating that there was some plagiarism going on.
Yeah.
That basically in
Resident
Evil 8 Village, there was a monster that's in there that has like a propeller head, and it's like an exact copy of a game, Frankenstein's
A
Army.
movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Frankenstein's Army is a
Was
movie.
it a movie? I thought it was a game.
I'm almost positive it's a movie.
Okay. But yeah, so the movie or the game, whatever it is,
From 2013.
it's Frankenstein's
Yeah,
Army,
it's
and it's
from
from 2013.
Yep.
And it looks like spitting image,
It
pretty
looks-
pretty much the same. Like, I mean, the picture that we have, and we'll put it up here.
Yep.
It'll probably be right over Mark's face or
Uh-huh.
something like that. But it looks like it may not have arms in that shot. You know, I haven't played the
hard to see,
game,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I would have to like play it and see that monster to give like a really close up look. But if that's the only difference, dude, it still looks the damn same.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as that goes, like, you know, Capcom is big. Frankenstein's Army is like whatever. It's probably like I don't even know who would even remember it or whatnot.
Yeah.
But the guy who did Frankenstein's Army is the one who mentioned it.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay, so the guy who produced Frankenstein's Army is the one who mentioned the plagiarism
Yeah.
going on here.
Yeah.
So do we see this as a big deal? not so big, like you know what I mean? It's out there so people can take creativity, you know, from other people and use that to expound on or whatever. How do you guys feel about that?
I think, although this is a very minor character, no one gives a crap. Imagine if this, you know, someone replicated Link or anything else, everyone would be up in arms like, oh my gosh. So, you know, you should treat it the same because it's the same thing. Because the character is so like basic, it only literally has one unique thing, the propeller head. It looks like it's exactly the same, like the orientation of the propeller. I can see if they like put it on its back, or it was like
the length of the blades
or something, you know, instead of being in the front, it was like on top and it spins on top or something. But it literally, the one detail that the monster has is present in both, so that's pretty uncreative.
Yeah, and they're like the exact same blade length.
Yeah, the proportion of the monster.
The proportion of the monster the same. It looks to body pretty ratio, copy and paste.
Yeah, propeller to body ratio is pretty much the same. Like, I had to double take like which one's which because it looked like one was just literally from the distance, you know. So
I think this would be hard to argue in a courtroom that they invented this on their own. I think obviously a game developer is researching. Obviously, like if we were going to make a game about zombies, we're going to look up, well, what have people thought about with zombies? What are imagery that people have already invented?
Or just creepy monsters.
You're just like researching. That, you know? And they're a big company. You know they have a research team. That's a standard thing. So you know that they found... my opinion is they found this, and they thought it was awesome, and they used it, and they forgot to give credit. In all the hoopla and all, because it's a one character, it's a one monster, it's in one part.
Yes.
In the massive development of the game, it just got lost in the mix, and they forgot to give credit. That's what I think happened. I don't think that they thought no one will notice and we'll just steal.
Yeah.
I just think it just got lost in all the paperwork and all the grime of everything they've researched, right? And it just was a mistake because it's blatant. Yeah. It's clearly a straight copy.
But at the same time, when I look at like the ratings on it, right? Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 56. Metacritic is like at a 49.
Yeah, it wasn't a highly rated
IMDb,
game.
Movie. So it's got like essentially like an F on it.
Yeah. But horror movies are normally, you know,
but would you put it past somebody to be like, well, shit, I really like this monster. You know what I mean? I saw it in this movie. It was a shitty movie, but we could just use this monster.
No, I don't think it was like that. I think it was just in their research.
Yeah.
Just in the research department.
So you didn't think they were like, nobody will care?
I don't think so. No? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think it was obscure enough. Yeah, it was poorly rated, but I think it was a well circulated movie. I think I remember seeing it in theaters. Like it was like in theaters, I believe. I never went and saw it, but I think I remember like that movie.
Okay.
So I was relatively well circulated. I don't think that's when you can get away with, you know. That's why I think it was just part of the research department. They're finding cool images online that people have already invented, which is what we would do.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking for our logo, well, what have people already done to get ideas? Right. And I think and
make sure you don't copy.
Yeah, and then make sure you don't straight copy, right?
Because I mean, we get influences from that's
all the time. Yeah,
something you enjoy, you're influenced by it, and you can create something accordingly. But
he should have gave that man
he should have given him something like it would have been so easy to just add something. Because literally the one unique thing this guy has is a propeller head. That's all they both have.
What if the one from Frankenstein's Army looks like it's a small bodied person or whatever, and the head is that front propeller joint? What if there's like a tail to the plane behind the monster in Resident Evil? Would that make make a difference?
I honestly don't know.
Like if they added something like that on there,
maybe.
I still think if I was the creator, I'd feel like my idea was stolen.
Yeah,
because the heart of the idea is all there, right? Yeah. Like the meat of it. Even if they add the propeller and the tail fin or whatever, like I would still feel like, nah, dude, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Like I made that up, you know?
So I'm sure dude's going to get paid from it.
I'm sure he'll get some kind of settlement, right?
Yeah, they'll probably just do a settlement real quick.
All they needed to do was just quickly call and ask, and it's over with. And then but I just think they forgot, honestly.
Yeah, oversight most likely.
Because you see things all the times in the games that we've seen zombies a million times, you know? Like, we see all sorts of different creatures in games that we've probably seen before. But they probably did their due diligence and say, hey, do you mind if we use this image? And the guy's like, yeah, for sure. And this one just fell through the cracks, in my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
I just can't imagine them like thinking they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know that's interesting. So I guess we'll see if maybe we hear anything else about it. I mean, it is a new game, so
Yeah.
I think that it'll probably pop up in the news again to see whether they settled or
See how the
whatnot,
story
but yeah, we'll
unfolds.
keep our ear to the ground.
I'm
and
more
see.
when I saw that, I'm more kind of like, wait a minute, how does that even relate? Because like I played Resident Evil 7, I'm like, where does like a engine propeller head even come into the mix?
But it's
So
also
it
kind of
intrigued
old
me.
school, right?
Yeah.
It's like an older. It takes place in like an older setting.
It's like a Victorian era.
Yeah.
So maybe those types of planes were what they were flying around there,
Oh, they were.
and it's like something that
They were.
crashed. and
I'm just saying, like when I
but,
saw
yeah.
that, it made it more so than like worry about the plagiarism stuff. It got me curious on
what's
going
going
on.
that
Yeah,
this guy
and it's-
pops up out of
yeah,
the woodworks.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because in Frankenstein's Army, it's like a Nazi movie. That makes okay. You know,
Yeah.
Luftwaffe, right? Their planes, was all makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Right.
that
You
makes
know,
sense.
where I'm like, okay, that would make sense. But in here, I'm like, whoa, what's going on in this game? Like,
Yeah.
whatever, where are we at?
Yeah.
For sure.
So for the next quick shot, it looks like there was an article that was on a Screen Rant, and it showed that Epic had offered Sony about $200 million for access to some exclusive titles
Yeah.
on there. So, I mean, that's interesting. $200 million.
That's
It's
a lot.
Sony.
That's a lot of money.
quite a bit.
That's
That's
a
a lot.
lot. I think
And
that's
they're-
a lot.
I think
they're
that's chump
asking
change.
for-
Almost $250 million
I think it's chump change. To me,
to exclusively sell games.
but to exclusively sell their exclusives.
To just when Sony announces an exclusive game to PC, put it on our store only.
Yes.
That's
So
a lot.
I
of
think
money,
that's chump
dude.
change. And we talked
I
a
think
couple
they
weeks
make
ago.
more.
I don't.
A remember when we looked at how much Epic gives the devs? They give like people $50,000 for
Yeah.
They were giving people like nothing.
That's why
Batman,
I
they're
said $200
giving-
million.
I think that's
That's
too
why I
little.
think it's a
Did
lot.
the article state how
Because
many?
they got Batman for
for
50
for 1 mil.
for $1 million.
So
Did the article state how many games
they just
that
said
they were
Five.
looking for? 5 games.
5
Okay. Now we talking about a little something different.
tens of millions of dollars.
But
for
my
a single
question
game.
is, are they
That's a
old?
lot to me.
Can I give them
They're
old
old
IPs?
games. Yeah.
Really?
I'm assuming. My assumption. We don't know the games. It wasn't disclosed.
Right.
I'm assuming.
Probably like God
Days
of War,
Gone. I'm
Horizon.
assuming the ones that were seen revealed. So
Maybe.
Horizon,
Right.
Days Gone. Who knows? We don't know what other ones they wanted. But
Right.
as Sony is releasing them, I think Epic was trying to
Uncharted.
glean
You gotta
just
get
to
Uncharted.
Uncharted might be. So these old games, everyone's already played,
Put 'em on
right?
PC.
Put them on PC, and you get a new market. And it's like Sony would make the same amount of money because they're buying them from Epic. Epic just wanted the rights, right? Exclusive rights to them.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, dude. In my opinion.
Yeah.
For these old games.
So if we're talking about old games that they've already like been there and done that, they were releasing them to PC anyways. Why not? Like
That's kinda like what I'm
that's
thinking,
like
too.
A
Why
fistful
not?
of money. For
I agree.
free.
That's how I feel
You
about it.
already
Yeah.
got that and then some off of the IPs when you first dropped them, and it's been like a good 10 years since. Why not give them to that? You know what I mean? Like I think you're gonna sell quite a bit, but this is like 200 mil is guaranteed. You know what I mean? If people
Exactly.
people would touch the game more so now because it's free on Epic to put it in their cart. How many people are gonna really touch your game because it came to PC? And it's just like, now you're getting a chance to play it. I mean, there's a lot of PC players, but are they really going to gravitate to, like, grabbing, Days Gone,
all of those
Horizon
games
Zero
sell
Dawn, God
on
of War, all that?
PC like amazing.
Yeah?
For example,
Even
like
though, like,
Persona.
super old?
Persona, a game that came out, 9 years ago. Persona 4.
Yeah.
When it came to Steam, it was like one of the most sold games. It sold so well that the company thought about we need to sell more of our old games on Steam because this old 9-10-year-old game sold,
Just got a revival.
hundreds of thousands of copies on the first day. A game that everyone's playing Persona 5. No one cares about a Vita game.
But why
So-
would Sony not? Why would Sony just not give those rights to Epic? People can still get the game.
Yeah,
Like, what is your
for
opinion on
me? It's just they have their brand.
that? They want more.
have
They
their
wanted a
exclusive
larger
brand.
audience.
They have their
to sell to?
exclusive brand, and I just don't think they're ready to sign their exclusivity away for just 5 titles yet. To me, that's still cheap because right now, all these PS5 or PlayStation exclusive games, are exclusive. You know, things like God of War, for example. I'm gonna have to go buy a Vita version if I want to play it. You know, there's just a lot of games that are hard to.
We don't know what games they're asking for.
We don't know
but
what games.
A game like Days Gone, a game like Horizon that's been given away for free a million times. I don't know. I think that's a fistful of change, man. That for these old games, I don't know. That's a lot of money. You can buy a lot of studios with that much money.
I guess I'd have to look at a PlayStation title that they've released, because didn't they release like one or two just recently, like within the last year?
They've only released one game. That's
one?
Horizon Zero Dawn on PC.
Horizon?
And Days Gone's coming. That's been confirmed to come next.
Okay.
So 2 games.
I would have to see how much Horizon Zero Dawn made from that PC release to see if it would be lucrative for them to just have held it.
Well, I would also want to know on what platforms did it sell on.
So
if it sells a lot across all these platforms, then maybe you don't want to consolidate yourself into one location, you know?
Yeah.
So Horizon Dawn on its launch month sold 716,000 copies on the PC. And according to this, that launch was as large as the Witcher 3 launch for PC. So
that's crazy to me, man.
that was still a pretty strong, you know.
That's such an old game. That just blows me away that many people played it again on PC.
You know what's funny though?
I don't understand why people don't buy a
keep in mind,
PlayStation.
full price. They bought it for
I know,
the
they
full
bought it
50.
at full
60.
59.
And right now it's still 50 on Steam. It's still
Wow.
full. Keep in
I
mind we
know,
can get
that's
this
shocking
for
to
like
me.
$10 on.
I know. We just
On
got it for
PlayStation.
free
We
on
just
got it for free.
PlayStation.
For not having any sub, but yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But what I
blows
think
me
is
away.
what
Yeah.
blows me away though is the fact that Sony would look at Days Gone and say like, nah, we didn't get like a high enough Metacritic score or whatever other reason it may be to not want to put money into Days Gone 2. But you could literally just release that game for PC
And make all the money
Make all
back.
the money
and
back.
make
Yeah.
the money that you
To
require
make
for
Days
it
Gone
too.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, just sell it again on PC, and then whatever the
Sounds
revenue
like
you
it.
get from that, just take that money and say, here, Days Gone, go make 2.
Dude, this is the power of exclusive games, man.
Yeah.
That game would have never sold probably that well had it not been exclusive to Sony. And now it's like you have this chance to play it and you never could have it before. And now
Because
you
you
want
just
it. This
refused to buy
jewel.
the
Because you just
console.
refuse to buy a PlayStation 4. Exactly. Which, like, for me, it falls in line a little bit with your mentality on old games. Like, to see myself buy Horizon Zero
Full price.
Dawn at full price for like a 5-year-old game that I can get for $10
I
at
couldn't do it.
GameStop. I could not bring myself, just because it's on PC now,
Yeah.
to buy the PC copy for
I could
60.
not do it.
I couldn't do it, but there's
Nah.
clearly a million people out there willing
I
to
would
do
go
it.
give me
And I'm just
I would
blown
go
away
give
by
me a
that.
used PlayStation 4.
Yes, that's how
to
I would
play the
feel.
game if
I
I
know.
really wanted
And
to
all
play
those
it
other
that
games
bad.
that they're going to release. God of War, who knows, Last of Us.
I mean,
Just buy a used PS4 for a couple $100.
I guess you're just really looking forward to using your supercharged graphics card to see like
Hey, man.
1,000 freakers on your
When you spend two G's building
screen
your
at once.
awesome
What
rig,
is
you don't.
50
What's
bucks,
50
right?
bucks? you
Yeah.
know?
To have like a modded Horizon game, right?
Yeah, but I still think Sony wants to keep their exclusivity, and I don't know. I think that's too little for them, in my opinion.
So do you think it's worth $1 billion? Like, what is it worth then to you?
Well, if he's saying they
five-
sold
for 5
716,000 copies
I don't know.
at $50 a piece, and they probably
Because
how much you got to split with
it
that?
didn't say.
I mean, that's less than $50 million.
This is what I was interpreting from the article. It was 5 games that don't
Oh, wait, no, it's more
exist
than
yet.
$50 million, right?
It's 5 games that don't
It's
exist
35
yet.
million.
It's $35 million. I thought it was less than $50 million.
It's 5 games that don't exist yet that are exclusive.
So do 30 times 5. Just do 30 because we can't say all of them will sell that way.
But it would be around 180,
See?
180 million.
For
If you
five
did five titles
games.
and they sold as good as that one.
As good as that one. It's not, bro.
But here's
not.
the thing. Here's the thing.
but
not.
that's wait,
what's not?
but in his defense,
It's not
that
a
was
ripoff.
only in how
No, no,
much?
no, no, no.
That was only
I'm
in how
s-
long though?
That was in 1 month.
That was in 1 month that it did that much.
Right.
So
It's not going to
we
sell
we don't know
a lot
how
more.
long
Right.
it'll slowly taper off. Or
Yes,
whatever,
but
so
but
maybe it's
Epic
worth
is not
more.
in the real. Epic makes billions on Fortnite. Epic is trying to build their store, so they don't
Right.
care if they take a loss.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
I
they
know
don't
that.
mind. They don't mind taking
Yeah,
a loss.
I know they don't mind
But
that.
I'm just saying that's just too little of money for Sony to give up their exclusive card. Because right now, all the Microsoft games are on PC.
Yeah, but it's probably a timed exclusivity.
Yeah, that's the thing we're speculating.
It's not like
I was assuming it was 5 exclusive bangers, like Gods of War, and it was only in their store.
Yes, I agree with that, but I would assume it's for a time period.
I don't think
Sony would give it away forever.
Well, no,
like in perpetuity.
I would have it for like maybe a year or 2 years or something like that on the Epic store, and then every other store, Steam or whatever.
That's what I would assume too.
Yeah,
from that perspective, right?
Okay, if it's something like that,
okay. I know we're speculating a little bit, but from that, I would assume that because that's what it seems like Sony does.
But it seems like they want exclusive. Like, okay, these 5 games are only on the Epic Store because they're trying to compete with Steam.
Yes.
Right.
So for me, that's too little. If it's a time exclusive, sure. If they already planned for those 5 games to be on all platforms, anyways.
Steam 2 years from now.
Yeah, it doesn't
that's
matter.
Free money in my opinion.
It doesn't matter. But I looked at it as they were picking 5 games that weren't planning to come to PC, and excluding Days. It wasn't Days Gone. It wasn't all of these that we already know about. It was 5. Maybe God of War, maybe The Last of Us, things like that. I just think that's too cheap for those.
I don't
for Eternity exclusive on
for
Epic.
Eternity exclusive. I don't know. That gets a little gray
because they'll be able to always charge full price for those games. They'll always,
I think 200's fair though. I don't think that's a low ball. I think that's pretty fair, especially from the math you just did, because they all have to sell 1 million copies almost each. I don't think you're guaranteed Days Gone's going to sell as good as Horizon. Sorry.
Well,
maybe God of War would.
What if Last of Us came? That would sell really good.
Maybe. Definitely not Days Gone. So it does depend on the games that they choose to give them.
It depends.
Because they're not going to all necessarily sell as well as Horizon. Horizon was a very popular, very big game. People couldn't wait to play that game.
You're right. I mean, it could be 5. It could be 5 games that are 5 years old. Like Ratchet and Clank games.
Exactly.
So it
really depends.
Details, but
because even if they sell as well as Horizon, all of them, then you've made your money. Yeah, you maybe didn't make more, but you've at least made your money.
What if Epic is like, hey, we don't care what you give us. Just give us 5 games.
That were exclusive to PlayStation.
And they toss some Knack or some shit.
Dang, Knack. Wow.
All right, we'll give you Knack 1, Knack 2. We'll give you Uncharted 1.
Knack, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the original Uncharted, right?
OG Uncharted.
That's so funny.
Man.
Yeah, right? Who knows? That's why I wish I knew more about this.
For Knack 1 and 2, bro.
Those games are crap.
All this just leaked because that stupid lawsuit between Apple and
we keep getting all these juicy
Epic's,
details.
Business is out there for everyone to see, dude.
Yeah, that's funny. So another topic for a leak that came out was actually some images of Starfield. We saw about like 4 solid pictures. One looked like it was like inside of a room.
Right.
Most of them were
like
indoors.
an elevator was like another one. Right?
One looked like you were looking at like an elevator or something like that. Also, there was another one that had the character on outside looking at
like a ship or something
big on the outside of something. I don't know what it was. And then,
it was kind of low res. That one was a little
that
low
one was a little
res.
shitty looking. And then there was another one that looked better than that.
He was like inside a cargo bay or something.
Looking at a wall.
And that looked good.
Yeah. And I was looking at the HUD, and you had like an O2 and a CO2. We'll probably have that image like right here, popping up so you guys can see it. And then
a stamina
had
bar,
a health and a stamina bar.
What
I hope you
mean?
can jump. That'll be cool if you can jump.
I hope there's a jetpack, dude.
Jetpacking,
right? Like there's like a.
I doubt that's gonna be for a stamina.
A fuel gauge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the stamina bar's for. That's interesting to me. I don't know what that goes for.
Attacking.
Because there wasn't really a stamina bar.
Bethesda thing.
Oh, maybe it's like a mana. Maybe it's like a pseudo mana bar. Maybe you use an ability and it drains it. Right? Maybe like that.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm just curious what a stamina bar would be used for.
So maybe that could be like action points in Fallout?
Yeah, like action points in Fallout.
Okay,
Maybe something. Maybe it's like some kind of pseudo, energy source that you can use abilities on.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I would just say that I thought it looked better than what, because we were always talking about, I wish they would update their engine.
Yeah.
I wish they would update their engine.
Yeah.
Because I swear, Fallout 4, in my opinion, basically looks like Skyrim. It's just a little sharper. They look identical. They really do, man.
Every game just looks like one step up.
I thought it looked pretty good.
Yes, I think their engine looks good, but it still just looks like Skyrim to me.
Yeah, it always looks like it's just one step up. Like when you hear that Bethesda upgraded their engine, it literally looks just like a small upgrade that they did to their engine.
I can see that.
A little sharper, but it's like the
look
same
like they revamped
thing.
their shit. It looks like they're using the same type of sprites and different things like that in the world to create the stuff.
I've always felt that
again.
way.
So,
and this looked a little newer to me. A little more high res, a little more, I don't know, just next gen to me.
This leak was also from 2018, right?
Yeah.
These are 2018.
3-year-old screenshots.
These are 3-year-old screenshots. That's good news, right?
Yeah.
So, and I also think that bodes well for us. I think seeing it at E3 and it hopefully launching this year.
Yeah.
Because they've been working on this for a long time, man.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't know. It's just more hype, more excitement.
More hype.
It's real. Look at what it looks like. I thought it looked decent. Exceeded my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
More excitement. I'm just excited for it.
I was hyped more.
I'm just hyped more for it.
I'm just looking forward to seeing a damn trailer or something, man.
Please,
I want to
man.
see a little bit of gameplay or movement in that
E3,
world.
man.
I want to know more about what the game is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because right
E3.
now we just have
pumped.
a name and a spacesuit.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
don't know shit else about
Dude,
it.
and
So
everything
it's
we've seen has been
know.
leaks.
Yeah.
The last time we talked about this when it was like
Exclusively
outside or
leaks.
whatever
Right.
Yeah.
was leaks. This
Right.
is leaks. Like everything's been leaks.
Yeah.
We haven't been given nothing.
We need something from the source, man.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so that's why I can't wait for E3. I know we're gonna see something at
For
E3.
sure. I need somebody to slip up. Give us something.
We need the Elden Ring treatment, right? Where someone like records a
Yeah, somebody gets a
trailer,
little sneak
an
peek of the
actual
trailer
the
on that shit.
gameplay, right?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So some more good news out there for PlayStation, right? Is that they actually dropped 2 new colorways for
Yeah,
controllers.
Finally.
So they got a midnight black controller.
That's what I'm gonna get.
And then they got a cosmic red controller.
That's what I'm not gonna get.
Why don't you want the cosmic red?
Because I discriminate against the $5 extra that they charge
The 5 got you.
for no apparent reason. You know what I mean?
That was rank,
it's
dude.
the intricacy of making the colorway on the
No,
controller.
that's rank.
It's one thing if they throw some characters on
rank,
there.
bro.
You know, I can understand if they had to throw some characters. It's like, all right, you're playing for some licensing for the characters face on the screen. But
PlayStation's
red?
own licensing
I
because
don't know.
that's their characters.
Yeah,
Throw
that doesn't
God of
make
War or
sense. But I
whatever on
could
there.
see if it was something more
I know
intricate
their own
than a color.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're just getting an additional thing.
Yeah, you're not getting
Yeah.
anything.
It's just a color.
That's
That's so rank.
So cosmic red, the colorway that they've introduced, is not enough for you guys to pay the $5 extra. You'd rather stick with the midnight black, or you just don't really.
I like black.
Like the cosmic red, and it just happens to work out that the midnight black is the regular price.
Yeah, that actually works out exactly. I normally like black from like my electronics and stuff. And definitely the $5 extra. I don't want that. The white controllers actually have been growing because the thing is, for me, I was like, man, the white controller is probably gonna get dirty over time. But I really like how the controller it doesn't have gloss on it. And it's pretty like hard plastic. It doesn't get
It's a
that
good
dirty
grip.
when
I
your
agree.
hands sweat. There's no label on
I
the
agree,
back
man.
like before. So it has. I could tell that this controller, well, in 2 years, when let's say you got a used controller, it'll probably still look pretty new.
Right.
Just the way they designed it. So I really like the design of the white one. It's been growing on me a lot. But I definitely need a second controller.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna get the black one. I hope that this indicates that possibly we're gonna get some black faceplates or some red faceplates.
Ooh, a cosmic red faceplate to match the controller. That'd be dope.
Because I would definitely buy the black ones. As long as they're under $100, I would buy them day one because I'm lazy and I don't want to make them.
I'm sure the midnight blacks would sell. You know, if they were to do
I
a
think the reds
console
would too.
faceplate for that, I think it would definitely sell.
That's my biggest reason. More so, I don't like that they're charging $5 more.
I don't
To
like
me, that's rank. For
Yeah.
me, that's shiesty in my opinion. Just because they happen to see that there's more interest
That's
for
BS,
it
dude.
when it costs them nothing more and you're getting nothing more. I mean, it's literally just a different color. That's
It doesn't
the
even
only
really
difference,
look cosmic
man.
to me.
And
I don't
it
know
doesn't
how they
look
get
cosmic.
the cosmic
I think it
colorway,
looks
but
pretty cool. I do.
It
I think
does
the
look
red
like a
looks
cool
pretty
red,
cool.
yeah.
I like the way it looks. So I like the way it looks. But for 2 reasons. One, I agree. I think it's rank, man, that they're charging $5 more
dude.
for just because they know you want it. And the color doesn't match my console right now. It's white. I kind of want so I plug my controllers in up on my console in my little dock.
Yeah.
I want it to all look nice. If I had red
You got a
faceplates,
charging station or something?
yeah, I have a charging station, a charging dock.
Did you buy the PlayStation
Nah.
one? No.
Nah, I just got the other one,
Okay.
like the Energizer one or whatever
Yeah,
I got. if I had red plates and I had the red controller, I'd
That'd
sick.
be nice
That's
and
clean.
uniform.
Yeah.
I don't like that I have a red controller next to my white console. I'd rather it have, so the black works, even like a blue controller would work because the blue, bar it has, like would work, I think. But I would like, what's funny is the consoles have always shipped with black controllers. And now black is a new colorway, which is like super funny to me.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I agree, man. The white controller, I think, looks super clean. I like the way it looks
It's
next to
grown
my
on me.
console. I don't feel any urgency to need to buy a new controller, even though I like that red a lot. It's sick. I would wait until I had like some red plates to like want to upgrade my controller. And I'm not happy that they would charge me even though it's $5. That's so dumb. It's just those little dumb things, the Jim Ryan things. In my opinion, that's a Jim Ryan thing.
Dude, not even Apple
I'm putting that
does
on Jim
this.
Ryan, man.
Dude,
That
not
make
e-
me pissed.
Not even Apple does this for their red products. You know, all their like
Yeah,
red
they
products.
charge it the same. They're expensive.
Nah,
but
they
it's the
don't.
same.
They don't do it, but they wait. They wait until that bitch then sold like quite a few units, and then they go, "Oh, well, here's a red version," and you like,
Right.
"Shit, man, why didn't you tell me?"
But
that?
the
That
king,
was
the
red
king
was
of
coming out.
nickel and dime doesn't even do that. So,
Right.
dude, Sony, you need to
Come
get your
on,
act
Sony,
together,
it
dude.
pisses me off, man.
I like the cosmic red colorway. I definitely don't agree with the $5 extra on it. But either way, I wouldn't even get both of those shits because I bought
got
2
them.
controllers already. So
Yeah.
I'm like done. I'm gonna
I have
just try to
2 as well.
customize some shit. I got the WLG faceplate, custom faceplates
Right.
on there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to pimp out my controller anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take some time and then just try to do that same type of design, at least for that little black piece
Right.
that's on the
Right.
inside of the controller. I'm gonna do that to it at least. So
At WLG or something,
it's
right?
cool that they have that. I know that right now for my Xbox I only have 1 controller, and I saw that they have like a bright red controller, and I love red, so I wanted to get that one. I just been waiting, for the right time to grab it and stuff. Hopefully, maybe I can catch it on sale or something like that. I think
I'll
they were
tell you
going
what,
for like
man.
$60 or
I
something,
still
but-
prefer to grab my PlayStation controller even over my Xbox Elite controller. Like you're saying, Mark, it just feels so stinking
Dude,
good,
it
man.
feels-
I can't get over it.
I like the
Yeah.
little size increase. It's
Yeah, I
perfect.
agree,
It just
man.
feels so good.
That little bit of size increase
Yeah.
changed
It made all the
It
difference.
made it better.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. Hopefully, maybe they do like a bundle or something where they sell you a
Dude,
controller and a
that'd be
faceplate,
sick, dude.
together, so that
That'd
you
be
have that.
awesome.
I hope
combo.
we see
That'd be nice.
faceplates soon. I
Please.
hope that this is a
Come on,
sign.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Sell us.
Well, I mean,
Come
you can
on.
still get your
Yeah, you can get a custom one.
non-OEM
Yeah,
faceplates
you
out
can.
there.
The,
You know,
the Etsy's, I gotta look and see what they're doing right
Yeah.
now. It's been almost a year.
I just want them. This would be cool for
Well, half a year.
like
almost.
anytime a new game comes out. It'd be cool if there's like a custom controller and faceplate you can buy with it.
Oh, that'd be
a bundle.
cool.
yeah, that would be nice, man.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude.
They would sell a lot more.
'Cause
They
I would
would
pay
be able
extra
to,
for that.
you
I
know.
would pay.
The $5
With the
more because you're
characters
getting
on it?
like you're right. You're getting something
Yeah.
additional than just a new color.
I would pay for that
That's rank.
happily.
Like white, black, red. They're just literally colors.
In the factory, they're
You-
probably the
they're
same.
yeah, there's nothing different here, and you're
Yeah.
charging more. That's just so stupid.
Well, I don't know. It's probably the same reason that Tesla charges you an extra $1,000 for a different paint
Nah,
job.
supposedly it's more expensive. Supposedly white is the cheapest. Those 2 colors that are free
Yeah,
are supposedly cheaper.
I think it's like white and something.
It's white in
else.
the grayish. There's like a dark silver gray.
Yeah. So, but if you get anything else besides those 2 bottom line colors,
They charge you more.
it's an extra $1,000 on top of it. I don't know why. You got to mix a little bit more paint or whatever, but yeah. So I guess they just like to charge for having a little bit.
The
of
only
color
thing I
and
can think of is, for Tesla at least, is that they're like assembly line situation where they're pumping them off the line in these colors, and so if you want to change it, that's extra work for us to like do a custom thing. Where this doesn't feel that way, because if you can do the black at 69, you should be able to do red at 69. Like I don't see like that doesn't whatever. It's neither here nor there, but it just annoys me, man.
Right, yeah, but so it's like Tesla's giving you that one white or whatever at that baseline value, but any other color, black, blue, red, whatever, it's always that extra $1,000. So if that was the same case for
The black should
PlayStation
be 60,
controller,
60
yeah,
75. That's what I'm
the
saying.
white controller is the regular price, like you said.
That's what
the
I'm
60,
saying.
and then the black will come out 65.
Right.
And then
They're all $5 more.
We all okay
Yeah,
with it.
They're
'cause
all $5 more.
$5
That's
for
what
these
makes it
color
so
ones.
rank. Because if you can pump a black, you should pump a red, dude.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
should be
or
the
make
same,
a
dude.
red
Bull
that's able to be
crap.
pumped out at the same price.
Or make
as
the red,
black.
as the black. Come on, it's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Unless you're giving me some like metallic gold spadazzled colorway or something like that, where you can see like, it's a little bit more put into that one. you know.
Well, I think that's what Mark's saying. Like if it sparkled,
Yeah,
there's
there's
something
something new.
different than just a standard blank color.
Dude,
Yeah.
why
Maybe
didn't
there's
they
more
just-
to that cosmic than what they showed.
Yeah.
The video was only
Maybe.
like
Maybe
a minute
maybe it has
long.
flakes in it, some sparkles.
Maybe.
The
But
minute
why
was
did
like
they just
literally
charge
a minute
75
long.
for both of them? And
That's
call it
what
a day?
Marcus is saying.
that's what
Like
you're
that's what I agree with.
Just like
Because
Tesla, I
if
see
you,
it.
because if
just
you make
pay
it the
extra.
same,
Yeah, why don't they just
then
do
that
that?
makes sense.
That
But
makes
because
sense.
they
Then it is what it is.
right,
It
that's what
happens.
It is
pisses
what it
me
is.
off.
But you're literally indicating that, hey, this one is different.
It must
This
be
one
different,
this
dude.
one costs
I don't
more,
think it's different. It's a
whatever it
color,
is.
dude.
It must be different.
I think if they just know it's more popular,
Yeah, I guess
in my
so.
opinion, they see that you want it.
Yeah. But sticking with PlayStation news, we just got like another indication that PlayStation 5 shortages would still continue until 2022.
Jeez.
I mean, that sucks for you guys. No, I'm just messing around.
Yeah.
But that sucks, man, because this freaking system is a great system. And there's so many
Sucks.
people that want to play it. And you have to keep sitting there waiting by your computer, hoping that something's going to pop on Target or Best Buy or whatever, you know? And I haven't seen as many alerts of that stuff recently.
Right.
As you know, it was when we were first trying to get it and stuff like that. But it just sucks, man. It just really blows when you just can't go to the store and buy something that you're looking for. You know, that
Absolutely.
you're held to the mercy of the poachers, you know, the resellers and stuff like that. It just blows. So
It's bad for everyone all around, for the developers too.
Yeah.
Because you can't sell as many games.
you can't get as many
Yep.
games off, man.
Yeah, it's like it's bad all around. Like Sony's not going to get their numbers as high as they would like them because they would sell more if there were more.
Right.
And developers don't get as much money to sell as many customers. Like it's just rank all around, which is why my first thought when I heard this was like, is this some kind of like a Nintendo thing? You know, fictitious
Get you to get
scarcity, you know, just to make the hype continue a little bit longer. You know, because there was so much. I've never seen some hype so much as PS5s, man. Like as far as like the rush on that was insane to me.
Well, I mean,
And,
the
like-
Xbox was still getting the same.
And the
thing,
Xbox was
too.
getting similar hype. Xbox not.
It still wasn't
yeah,
selling as much.
It's
but
not.
It was
but
still
yeah,
as
there's a
scarce
lot of
as the PlayStation was.
scarcity issue, and my part of me was wondering, is Sony just trying to like keep this hype continued for a whole another year? But I don't think so, man. I think they really want to sell a lot of consoles. I think
Yeah.
they want to sell the Jim Ryan effect. Jim
So this
Ryan's
ain't
all
no
about
Jim
the
Ryan
money.
ploy?
Yeah, this isn't no ploy. I think this is they really want to sell more, and they just can't.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
why I think they made, like you mentioned, the hardware last week.
That
they
change,
made,
yeah.
They made that switch because I think they're trying to like save money.
Yeah,
They
they're
wanna be
trying
able to
to
make
figure
more-
out if
make
they
more
can
of 'em,
revise
yeah.
Produce
something
more
to
of
be
'em,
able
yeah.
to produce more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a legit scarcity. You know, everything's scarce. You know, from wood to I watched a video.
To gas.
I watched a video. There's lots of Ford F-150s, like thousands of them that are brand new, but they don't have the chip for like the computer
So
system.
they can't sell them yet.
So they can't sell them
Wow.
yet. So they're just sitting
Damn.
brand new.
Superconductors,
Dude, there's
man. That's
tons.
crazy.
But they're like, oh, we're missing one chip for like the computer
Oh, they're gonna be
navigation.
trying to offload them bitches for the low. If you want that Ford F-150,
Look, keep
Might
eye
be
out. Keep
coming
an
up.
eye out.
But yeah, but-
keep an eye out.
it might be time.
But the shortage is legit, and it's affecting everything.
Yeah.
So, I think that it'll maybe the secondary market or third markets. I think maybe there might be a little more scamming going on.
Oh yeah.
But at least if you want to sell your used PS5, it's holding its value very well. You'll be able to sell it more than you got it, hopefully. So that's always good. It's a little investment for you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
You can feel good about that if you own one.
yeah,
Yeah, if you're an
rest
owner,
assured-
you're fine. Like
yeah.
you said, for you guys, right? Like if you're an owner, you're happy because it doesn't bother you. It actually helps the value of your console.
Even if you were one of the people that paid $1,000, at least you're like, hey, well, I get to play it for an extra year than somebody else. So
Yeah.
at least there's added value there.
And it's
too.
holding its value close to what I paid for it, even though I
Yeah.
overpaid for it.
Yeah.
So
So my heart goes out to all of you non-PS5 owners.
it seems
and
like a
to
lot
everybody.
too. Do you ever go to your friends list and see who's online? On the PS5, it shows what console they're playing
I
on.
know. I love that.
Yeah.
feature.
And still, like almost all my friends,
Quite a
but like
few.
you guys are playing on PS4 still.
PS4s, yeah.
It's like,
I'll say
jeez.
mine's about 50-50 so far.
Really, mine
Yeah.
isn't.
About
Mine's not
50-50.
50-50, dude. Most
Yeah.
people are playing on PS4 still.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I guess for all of you that own PS5s, Steven, let us know. Just tell everybody who's got a PS4 how great it is. And just let them know that they will soon
That's
be able
right.
to enjoy
Yeah.
because play has no limits. except for consoles.
Play has no
That's about
limits.
it.
Wow.
There's no limits.
I like that. That was good.
But for the last topic for the quick shots.
Yeah, so this is a recap on last week, guys. So we talked about the Burning Crusade and how they were nickel and diming. It seems like nickel and diming people is a common occurrence these days. So they were charging you $35 to clone your character, and after everyone was mad, they're like, I have to pay $35 for every character?
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
people
more-
were revolting?
Yeah, this is more than name changes. This is more than server transfers. This is more than if I change my character's faction. Like, this is more than any service.
It's as much as the damn game costs.
This is such as the damn game. So they listened, and they reduced the price from $35 to $15.
That's a significant drop.
So,
What a guy.
That's
Yeah.
significant, though.
so I say we keep complaining until it's like $5. I don't know. $15. That's more palatable. That's a 1 month sub.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's
Good
definitely
job.
reasonable. Because wasn't there something else that was like $40?
The boost.
And
And
so
then
level
shit,
boost.
you gotta
And
get
then
the
the map.
$40 boost plus the $35 clone. Like, God, dog, you milking me here, man. Come on,
That's rank,
relax.
dude.
Yeah. So
That's getting a limited. That's getting like the ultimate edition Burning Crusade or something like that. You know, you had to pay like $75 to get the special case with the glittering, glistening box and
That's
stuff.
a good
Like,
point.
Damn, man.
They went back to the original collector's edition of the Burning Crusade, and it was actually the same price as this bull crap. But actually, you got the physical thing, like you're saying.
Right. You got the box and stuff.
But anywho, I'm glad they did that. But I still think it's shicey that all these nickel and diming tactics. I get they got to make money, but they're
It's
going.
always with Blizzard too. It's always seems whenever I see their prices a little more than what I want to pay. Like when I see like the name transfer or the character transfer, it's like they know how to just price it right outside what you would feel is comfortable.
Yeah.
That's how it always feels. It's like
They just
God
know the
damn,
right way to hurt your pocket.
$25? Like why can't it be 20? Why is it 25? Right? Like why is it $35? Like
Yeah.
that's what it always feels like with Blizzard. They always price it like right out of the area you would think it'd be reasonable at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're always
Yeah.
doing that. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
So I was super happy to hear this. That's actually really low. I would not expect them to. That's a shocking
Yeah.
reversal to me.
But here's one thing that I learned this week too: that all the characters are cloned no matter what. So let's say I decide, like, screw you, Blizzard. I'm keeping my character in Classic. They clone every character, so your character is always in Burning Crusade. It'll be grayed out and said, "This character."
oh, until you pay it.
Oh, you gotta buy
Yes,
it.
so they're cloning everyone no matter what. Everyone's getting cloned. They said the characters will always exist. So if you change your mind later, I'm like, F you, Blizzard. That's even worse.
Damn.
Cost them nothing.
Yeah, so they're
Cost
clocking
them nothing
dude,
to
they
do
clone
it.
everyone
Yeah.
no matter what. It's just a flag. They're like, okay, did you pay your $15 yet? Okay,
Because
your
they're
character's
just
unlocked.
duplicating everything that's on the server.
Yeah, so they're
So it's
duplicating
easy.
they're cloning everyone no matter what. And your character, they said the character will always be available from the character select, but it'll be grayed out.
I'm
But
calling it for
Taunting you.
if
Labor
want-
Day sale.
Taunting you,
Dude,
man.
that's bull.
Labor Day sale, bro.
Charging
it's
you
gonna
for
be
nostalgia,
$5.
dude.
It's gonna be $5 Labor Day sale, man.
They're smart,
To
man.
unlock
They
your
know.
character.
They're like, oh, it'll be there. So you know that one day you're gonna have a nostalgia kick. Ah, screw it. I'll pay the 15.
They know.
They know, dude.
They know when like there's a little bit of a game drought.
They know, man.
You have a little extra
You
money,
get
so
desperate.
15 don't matter as much.
That
So you
stimulus
Stimulus.
just hit. That stimulus
Stimulus.
just hit again.
Yes.
You know what
Stimulus
I mean?
comes
You're gonna
around.
be like,
Yeah,
I
they
got
know.
it. So,
They know, dude.
15
They
is
know.
nothing.
I swear they got
know.
psychologists out there.
Oh, they do.
Like, all right, how do we gotta do it?
Yeah, they do. This is why they know exactly how to price it right outside of what's comfortable too, and they know that you'll still pay it because they know the psychology of the player.
What they gotta do is unlock it for like one quest that they made like a new quest for, and it's like a dope quest, and then you're gonna be like, ooh, I want to try out this new ability, and then you're gonna be like, sorry, buddy, you gotta pay 15 to play it, and you're like,
15 feels okay though, because you feel like it's a month subscription.
Yeah.
You're like buying the new game in a sense, but like 40
yeah,
for
You're
even
right.
like a
Put a
boost
boost,
is
man.
terrible.
You're right.
to me.
They're gonna pull
So
some
much.
BS. Hey, today's the unlock day. All the characters are unlocked.
Yeah.
Try it out. See if you
Give you
like
that
it.
time, that whole
Oh,
5-6 hours you dedicated
'Cause
on
like I
that
said, they're
character,
cloning
locked
everyone.
again.
They clone it no matter what. They said
Regardless,
it'll just
yeah.
be grayed out with the icon. You click there to pay your 15.
Right. Oh, man, that's annoying,
That's shady.
dude.
But anyways, enough of that.
Yeah. So enough of that. Quick shots done. We're going on to the main topics. And for the first topic we got, Xbox is teasing us with some new IP that will blow our fucking minds.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
No.
I
Have
do.
we seen an IP from Xbox that blew our
Never.
minds before?
Fable.
I'm trying.
Does that even blow my mind?
You know what? Fable was pretty
It kind of blew my
mind-blowing.
mind,
So
actually.
Fable VR.
Fable was
No,
pretty
like the
mind-blowing.
horns and stuff. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Right. It was game changing.
Yeah, it was.
It changed my life. I'm a whole new person now
Dude,
because Fable dropped.
you love Fable,
love Fable,
man.
man.
That was your love.
Man,
That was your first love, man.
I don't know what they're waiting on. They tease me with the shit, and they still have not shown me the game yet. But I don't know. I mean, in all seriousness, I don't know what could be mind blowing. Like what they said, it's an IP that they have not introduced, so it ain't Starfield. Starfield ain't blowing our minds because they've already told us about that title. So I'm wondering,
It ain't Halo.
who did it? Like they have Obsidian, right?
Yeah.
They own Obsidian.
Right.
Maybe Obsidian's working on it because Bethesda's already got their hands full right now. I mean, what else? It's damn sure ain't 343.
So these are my questions. What would blow your mind?
And
What would it have to be?
I've been thinking on when was my mind blown in the past 5 years, and my list was when Pokemon Go came out. My mind was blown.
Okay.
I like that. Genshin Impact actually blew my mind how great it was.
Because it
for
was
the price.
what was free. Free is what blew your mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was like so polished.
So would that be it? Maybe.
So
Is he talking
an
about?
awesome game for free?
'Cause it's
We got
free?
Game Pass.
So
All that shit free.
So for me, I was thinking what would blow my mind and potentially an amazing VR experience, maybe.
But they don't do VR.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yet.
They could.
Yeah, I know,
What
not
if-
yet, but
They have to do something like, it can't just be like a really cool IP. It would have to be something like AR, VR, something that's like not characteristic of Microsoft at this point in time. So that's what my money's on.
So
A
basically,
partnership with like Oculus or something.
you're predicting that they come out with a VR headset, gloves or some shit, and then a brand new IP that when you put the headset on, maybe it's in
Yes.
combination with the HoloLens or something like that. But that shit is like so phantasmal that blows your mind.
Yes.
what games have blown your mind?
Shit, that's blown my mind.
Recently.
And it have to be for a
Or even in
reason,
the
too.
Or in
past
the
too?
history? Oh, okay. Well,
Just in your life, have you come? What games have you come across that blew your mind?
BioShock blew my mind.
Yeah.
The first one. Genshin Impact was definitely a shocker. I don't know about
Yeah.
blowing my mind.
You
I definitely thought it was
talk a lot about that game,
a
bro.
shocker.
That's left a mark on you.
I'm trying to think of what else would have had that effect on me. I thought Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Me too, man. I was gonna
Or
say
just like
that.
The Last of Us, like
One
that
and two.
world. Yeah, like how they do the storytelling.
Mhm.
That blew my mind.
I agree.
Because I think like Uncharted had set the tone for me in gameplay, and that went above and beyond Uncharted.
Yeah, Uncharted didn't blow my mind,
Yeah.
but it was fun. I liked it a lot.
Right, but
yeah.
I thought it was always
But
awesome
Last of
the way
Us
they told the story.
blew
and
my
stuff like
mind,
that.
and they even upped it with Last of Us 2, in my opinion.
Right.
They blew my mind again, which is shocking.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like I think a lot like you. Like we have a very similar taste in games. But BioShock, I think of BioShock. I think of The Last of Us.
Just that opening of when you came into Rapture.
I'll never forget it.
Man,
I'll never
that
forget
was
it.
a great game.
So in my opinion, I don't think it's like a new way of playing a game that's gonna blow our mind. I think they're thinking that they've made a game that's like The Last of Us Part 2. Especially after reading that review.
Something
And like
so
how they want to
realistic,
copy it
so
in that
good
review,
looking.
how they talk that way. In my mind, that's what they're thinking. But I think that's such foolish language, in my opinion.
no, you're right.
In my opinion,
It sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it has to be some like gimmick like Nintendo. It has to be some like way you play the game because I just don't think
But that's
that
what I
they
think they're thinking. I think you're right.
No, I hope
think
you're
you're-
right. I hope they do release just a basic game because I don't want to buy controllers and headsets. I want to just play it on Game Pass for free. That would be nice.
What I'm saying is I think you're right in the fact that that's what I think it would have to be to blow our minds because I don't think they could make a Last of Us Part 2 game.
Exactly. That's what my
Yes,
thoughts are.
while I would love that, where I agree with you, like I would like it to be just that and not have to buy new stuff, but I don't trust them to do that
Yeah.
in the slightest.
Wait, so you don't think they have any developers that could possibly come
I
out
don't
with a
think
game
so,
as
dude.
good as The Last of Us?
I don't think so, man.
Really?
I don't think so either.
I don't think Starfield's gonna blow my mind. I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna blow my mind. I don't think Infinite is gonna blow my mind. I don't think Obsidian's new game, RPG, is gonna blow my mind. Honestly, I think I'm gonna enjoy them. I think I'm gonna have a good time with them. I don't think Fable's gonna blow my mind. I'm trying to think what great studios do they have that can produce a game like Naughty Dog.
So
it will blow you. It will.
See, before Halo was shown, Halo Infinite, I thought Halo Infinite, if it was an open world Halo, it's not. But if it was, I thought that would be worthy, of blowing our mind potentially. But that's not the case. But I agree with you. I don't think they're capable right now of making just a banger that now everyone's going to go get an Xbox for, I don't think they're in that position yet. There's still more of the quantity versus quality, which is a great place. It's very practical.
Because they do it very well.
You guys are doing an amazing job with that. But I don't think... Let
me ask you this, too. One other game I would add to the blow my mind list that you wouldn't quite relate to, but World of Warcraft blew my mind.
Yeah, of course. That's what
when
I'm saying.
that first came out and I saw my cousins and uncle playing it, I remember sitting there and absolutely my mouth was dropped. Just because I had never experienced the idea or notion of such an open level of RPG and freedom and like a world.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
When
got
I played,
that I had never felt that way before.
DC Universe.
Yeah.
It blew my mind how shit it was.
It was pretty bad, but we all played it.
Yeah.
But yeah, EverQuest. When I first played EverQuest in 2000, that game blew my mind because it was so open, playing with a bunch of people.
The feeling you had for EverQuest is what I got when I first saw World of Warcraft.
And that, left such an impression on me. When I left that game, I was looking for games similar to it,
Just the world, right?
But I would say another recent game that kind of blew my mind was Spider-Man, in the fact of the movement and the fluidity. Like the way you travel,
it was well done.
It feels like incredible.
Well
I could just swing around for days, and that's like a game.
It was fun.
It never got old, right?
That feeling of travel, oh my gosh, dude.
It blew my mind how something as simple as just swinging
They
literally
perfected
never
it.
got old.
Yeah, dude.
I would still swing on Miles. Like I did it a million times in Spider-Man.
That was fun.
And I just started swinging on Miles, and I would avoid, even though the fast travel was in the blink of a freaking eye.
Yeah,
dude.
I would still enjoy just
You would just
swinging,
swing through
dude,
town.
and
Yeah,
doing
just check
tricks,
stuff
and like
out.
it felt so good.
Yeah, so that blew my mind because in games I always fast travel. I'm like the quickest time, Would I rather ride my mount or fly? I'll fly all day. But in this game, they captured that travel
I would
good.
say that Miles Morales, like on the PS5, the transitions from like inside of buildings to outdoors, and then being able to full on swing, like you use
That blew
the
your
ability
mind.
to get out.
The solid state drive
and then
blew your
keep
mind, huh?
going.
Yeah.
Like that was like
that was
awesome.
mind-boggling,
Yeah.
dude.
Actually, I would say the speed
It
of
blew your
these
mind,
new
right?
gens.
Yeah.
Just the PS5 in general or whatever. Even the Xbox is pretty damn quick, but the speeds of these solid state drives changing these games for like load times and stuff, like that definitely blew my mind, man, because gone are the days where you gotta wait for some shit to load. Like the shit is like active.
It literally blew my mind when I first played Miles, and we all agreed. We both said the same thing when we came to the show. That the first time I tried it, and now you've experienced it, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, dude, fast traveling.
It was so crazy. And then like we've been playing so much. We've been playing so much now with solid state drives that we were playing Outriders, and some rando joined our console. And of course, she's on an old previous gen.
Yeah.
And dude, it was lagging us up. I was getting mad.
It took from
I was getting mad,
like
dude.
3 seconds to go from like one area to a new area.
More than 3
So
seconds.
about like maybe like
we
30 or
we had
so.
like 3 seconds. We had to wait till like
Yeah.
40. Yeah, like 30 some seconds.
Yeah, and it's
I'm like,
damn,
kick this
we gotta
guy,
get
please,
this dude up
man.
outta
Kick
here.
this guy.
Sorry, bro. You gotta get your old ass up out of here, man. We can't rock with you, man.
Out of here, man. And he's just trying to play with friends, man. He's just trying to play with people. Dude,
I don't know you.
You holding you holding us up, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But who knows? I really hope. I want my mind to be blown. I want these
Me too.
exclusives. I want all the great games.
Here's the next question: do you trust that they're gonna blow your mind? Do you
I
trust?
think they mind baiting, dude.
Does that mean? Do I think?
Yeah, that they will.
No.
Okay.
No.
Even if they went, I don't trust that they're gonna give us new hardware, and I don't trust because that would kind of make it blow my mind if it was cool like that. I don't trust they're doing that, and I don't trust that they can actually make a Last of Us level game.
Well,
Sorry.
I did recently, within like the last 4 months, see that there was some what do they call them, trademarks or whatever, patents for VR stuff for Xbox. So where he's at, I'm kind of in that same general direction that they would have to do something VR, right? Because I mean, for one, there's no secondary accessories.
It's not
for
happening, man.
Xbox
VR's
like
not
that.
happening,
So,
bro.
you know, if they were to create some type of VR headset or something like that, they would finally be at least along the same area with Sony. For, like,
I agree, but
offering
it's not
all the types
happening.
of
They're not
games.
doing it, man.
If
You
they
don't
do,
think they're going to touch it at all?
No,
if they do VR,
not anytime soon.
if they
They
do
might, but
VR,
not
I want
soon.
them to do a partnership.
That's not a good bet.
Not anytime soon.
Ever.
So I just don't think it's talking about. I don't think they're talking about that
Yeah.
Was there
because this is soon.
so the mind blowing thing was supposed to be like this year?
I think
like
it's
within,
going to
like, a
be.
year
I'm
or
thinking
so.
E3. They're going to announce some big things. They need to. I'm telling you, they're desperate. They need to announce something.
I guess that just leads you to the original thing you asked, like about blowing your mind. What does that mean? Like, oh, that we got a game ready next month that's gonna come out. Oh, that blew my mind that this game was
Right.
ready. Or is it the mechanics of the game? Is it how you play the game? So
It's got to have.
They
like,
used
it's
literally
gotta
the
hit a
worst
lot of
words
quick
possible.
I
characters.
agree. I think they set themselves up for failure by saying that. That guy, I would be really reaming him if he was like, if I was his boss. Like, what are you doing, dude?
You
Because now, if we don't deliver, we just sound like a bunch of morons. You know, we're gonna blow your mind, and we're giving you Gears 7. You know, it's like, come on, dude.
Gears
Like,
of War 7.
that's the whole thing I hate with Xbox. Like, that's the thing that
Yeah.
frustrates me more than anything. Is
It would be mind blowing that they continued with the Gears of War series.
Hey, watch, it'll be
that they chose to continue
That
that.
they chose
Hey,
to
That
make
blows
another
my
one.
mind.
it'll be a Gears Battle Royale. I'm calling it now.
Dude, it's like this is
Shoot.
their
Like
Free to
Apex
play.
Legends Gear style or something.
dude. Like this is what Xbox is. Halo, Forza, Gears. Halo, Forza, Gears. Halo, Forza, Gears. Halo, Forza. Every year, that's all we get.
Yeah.
It's just like a recycle of like those three studios.
Well, at least
God,
now they
dude.
got
Over and over
Bethesda
again.
throwing in an extra something.
Yeah,
in
now they
line.
have Bethesda. Where like that's what I worried about when I heard Jim Ryan talking about how we rather just make sequels of great games than make new IPs.
Yeah.
That I
with
hate
that.
it because I don't want PlayStation to turn in Horizon, God of War, you know, Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, Last of Us, Horizon, God of War, Last of Us, and that's all we're getting is just rehash of these same games over and over again.
Well, Ray, it's funny that you mentioned that because we just heard that PlayStation actually has about 25 IPs that are coming out, and
Yeah.
that half of them are new,
That's a lot, dude.
right?
That's crazy.
Exclusive titles, all straight from Sony. So, and was this supposed to be within this year? Or
I don't know what
like,
year, but in the
That are
next
in
few
development.
years.
Next couple
Next
years.
few
that are in
years. This
development.
year
Right,
and
that are in
2022, 23. Yeah.
So they got
Yeah.
25 of them things.
25. That's
See,
a lot.
see, that's the approach to go. We know some of these, probably out of these 25, one's going to blow our mind. That's the way to go. Just say, hey, games are coming.
No,
out.
you
lot of
know
shit
more
coming.
than one's going to blow your
Yeah,
mind.
I'm just saying, at the very least,
Yeah,
for a fact,
a
one will
few of
blow
them.
somebody's mind. And
I'm thinking 30% of them, dude.
probably
Sony's,
more. Yeah.
Sony bats had a high average.
I give a
Yeah,
good,
Sony
I give
has
a
a
good
good
90,
batting
man.
average.
I
I'd
think
say
that's
one out
90
of
are
the,
going to blow our mind?
I'd say one out of them doesn't do that well.
Yeah,
One
I see
out of
that.
Yes,
the, out of the 25,
I agree with that. But
yeah,
I'm saying
something
blow
like
our
that, or like
mind
two,
level good.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
But they're not flaunting these choice awards. And I think they're smart. You know, they don't have to.
They didn't say blow our minds. They just told us we have 25
That's what I'm saying.
games.
That's what I'm saying. They're
these
smart.
Are new ones.
They don't
Yeah.
need to say
Yeah.
that.
They left the
They'll let
level
the
low.
resume
That's
of
right.
games.
Set the bar low.
Right.
They'll let
Hey,
the
it's
resume of
25.
games speak for themselves.
That's right.
You know, they have Epic offering them 200 mil to get some of those games
For NAC, dude.
for net.
Because we don't
NAC.
know.
For NAC
for
1
NAC
and
and
2,
NAC
though.
1 and 2, man.
You got to get
Yeah.
1 and 2 for the
200
deal
mil.
to go through.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, it just makes owning a PS5 even better. It sucks there's a shortage. You know, it sucks that these games aren't gonna sell as good as they could potentially sell. But the good news is they'll be historically around for a long time. So, hopefully over the life of the games they sell. But yeah, I'm really curious at what these 25.
So excited.
What sucks though, right? Is it's 25 games. It's 25 I got to buy.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money, man. You know what I mean?
Dude,
and if they're trying to do the $70 shit,
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna have the
know.
money for it,
I
man.
know,
It's gonna
man.
hurt, dude.
That's what's made me not buy Returnal. What makes me question buying Ratchet and Clank is a $70 price tag. I would actually probably be more interested in buying it at 60.
Wait, is Ratchet 70?
Yeah. Ratchet 70.
Wow, they are really
They're all-
going. They're
They're
gonna die on
all
this
in
hill.
on that. They're all in on
Yeah,
that $70.
Demon Souls and Beyond, they're all 70.
Yeah, Demon Souls and Beyond, they're all
Wow.
70. Miles Morales, last time you're going to get a PS5 game for less than 70.
Yeah,
What's
that's
funny to me,
interesting.
though, is the blow your mind comment from Xbox. He said they have 23 new games coming out.
He had 23?
And then like a couple days later,
We'll one-up you.
we have 25 new games. It's so funny to me, man.
Yeah.
Just always like wanting up, and of course, like almost legitimately one up.
So
It's like
Xbox
one
said
more.
that they had 23
23
new
new
IPs?
games coming. No, not new IPs.
Just new games. Okay.
Exclusive or whatever they consider exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Coming out.
To them. Yeah.
And then they say, of course, in that same quote, Forza, Halo, Gears. It's like, so tired of those games, man.
Yeah.
And then he says that blow your mind quote. He says, and a new IP. So that's like a singular thing.
One.
Wow.
Yeah,
One
new
new one.
IP. He doesn't say new IPs that will blow your mind. A
Just
new
one.
IP. Where Sony's
So
telling
they
us
said
we
about
got
half of them.
a dozen, dude.
Yeah.
New IPs, man.
Yeah, they say, hey, we got 25 coming and about half of them are new.
About half of them.
Xbox goes, well, hey, we got 23, but one of them is new. But it's going to blow your mind.
But it's going to blow your mind.
So, I mean, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
do you want the mind-blowing one EP or do you want the 12 new IPs or whatever, you know? Like, which
I
one
want
are you-
12 new IPs, man.
That mind-blowing is looking a little tempting.
I mean, it depends on how blown my mind would be.
Yeah.
Is it like all over the place? Like
Is it all
flame
over
particles
the wall or it's
everywhere?
just a little bit on the
or
side?
it's just
yeah.
like a little like explosion? Like if it's just a little like a little shot,
Is it,
no.
Is it
But
bone
if, like,
shrapnel?
if it's bone shrapnel, then I maybe that
Yeah.
might be cool.
Might be,
versus 12 new IPs.
But hey, you know, I guess we'll see. So,
I'll say this much too. I'll say this one more thing with Jim Ryan. Remember, a lot of these games that he's talking about, these 25 games they're coming out with, have been probably in development for like 3 or more years. So they probably started under Sean Layden. So that bodes well also because they probably were in development when he was at the head.
the only thing that I hope is that he's not talking about the shit that's gonna release. Like, but these are Sony exclusive titles, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully he's not talking about any of the stuff that we already know.
I don't think
It's
so
getting
because
worked
at
on
the
and
end
coming
he
out.
said there's going to be more exclusives on the PS5 generation than there ever were on any other generation.
That's good.
So that's all really good news.
Yeah.
Really good.
I mean, they've been buying up all these damn developers. They better be giving us some
Well,
more
like you
shit.
mentioned in the text message, Google Stadia, right?
Oh yeah, because they took Google Stadia's games boss or something like that. The guy who was like the head of that. They took him. Well, they didn't take him, but
Signed
his
him, right?
developing studio
Right.
is one that's making a game. And then also there was another one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But another developer they stole.
It was somebody. I can't remember. Damn, I'm trying to look. See if you find it.
Who was it?
yeah.
Let me see.
You said Bungie Vets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bungie.
the guys who used to be working for Bungie
Ooh.
that branched off to do their own studio.
Yeah.
That's another group of guys that's
That's a
making
good group of
game.
guys to get.
So, I mean, you know, Bungie is like
Bungie's
Destiny.
good. Bungie's good.
You know, Bungie does Halo too, right?
Yep.
So
They did.
Yeah, Halo. They're the original
Prime
Halo.
Halos.
Yeah.
The originals, the primes,
best
yeah,
ones.
the OGs.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, they got to know something.
That's
they got to
exciting.
know.
Oh,
how to
they
do
know.
something
Yeah,
That's
right.
exciting.
That's a good people
Yeah,
to get.
that'll
Yeah.
be interesting to see what these guys, create.
Yeah, Sony needs a good first-person shooter
Yeah.
on that level. That'd be exciting.
Because what they always had weird ones. Resistance.
They don't have the greatest
they had some
first-person shooters.
SOCOMs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those aren't first party, but they are definitely like they did a deal with them and said,
Resistance
hey, we
is
want
first
an
party.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Resistance was.
They had Killzone.
yeah,
which was
Killzone, which
interesting.
wasn't very good either.
I'm talking
Just
about
okay
the,
for first-person shooters.
The guys.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
The
The
game
guys they
boss
stole.
from Stadia,
Yeah.
and then the Bungie dudes. Those are just deals that they did. Like, hey, make us an exclusive title,
Yeah.
type thing. So. If it's two of them, it's got to be more of them.
Yeah.
As well as their first party.
Totally,
joints.
dude.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what
Absolutely.
will come down the pipeline later on.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
exciting. I can't wait. I
Absolutely.
can't wait for E3.
I'm excited for the Xbox One too.
Me too.
I have to see what they talking about. Will blow my mind.
I can't
Yeah.
wait until
Like,
at
it's gotta be
E3.
shown.
I want to see Starfield.
You think they're
Yeah.
gonna show that type of shit on at E3?
I think they're gonna.
Something?
I think they have. I hope so.
I hope they show Starfield.
I don't want to
They
say
gotta
that
show
they will,
Starfield.
man. I'm hoping.
Yeah. I
I'm
know
just
this is
hoping.
not a topic, but I still need to get my Xbox One. I'm getting the S only.
Right.
But I know they had something where if you were a member or something, you had priority getting the console.
Interesting.
So I need to re-up my subscription soon.
Nice.
Because they're gonna do something along the lines of if you're, you have the Game Pass or the Live,
you can get a
you
console.
might be in some sort of queue system where you have a better chance of getting one than a bot.
That's how it should have been in the first damn place. If you got a PlayStation,
that's what we mentioned before.
A PlayStation account that's got
that cuts the bots out.
PS Plus on it, then boom.
I mean, if you have a PS Plus subscription and you use a bot to buy one for yourself, whatever,
Yeah, because you just.
But it'll cut the 200. One guy buying 200.
Right.
So.
Although the fact that you'd have free trials, you'd have a whole bunch of free trials getting created because they give you a couple days free trial or
That's true.
a month free trial.
But I feel like those are scarce nowadays. I don't see as many as I used to.
Yeah, but except like when you sign in, it gives you a free trial.
I see. So you're saying for new accounts,
a whole bunch of emails, new accounts, and then getting free trials. So there's some way them douchebags are gonna find a way to get around it or whatever. But yeah, for the last topic, Ubisoft and free-to-play games. They have decided that they are going to try to focus more on free-to-play games and then just add like some stuff on the inside to get their money on the back end.
Yeah, so they said they're pivoting from the 3 to 4 AAA titles.
We got some breaking news, I think.
Oh, breaking news, guys.
Partial release date for Starfield.
Ooh, when is that?
Leaked. I'm not seeing it. Partial release date leaked for Starfield.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can find this here.
But what were you saying?
All right, while you're looking it up, so they're pivoting from the 3 to 4 AAA titles a year that they typically do,
right,
to a premium free games launching, and then they update them over time. That are in line with the current IPs that they already have. I think they announced like there's going to be like a free Division type game spinoff that they're making.
Yeah,
but they're trying to follow the path of Activision with their Warzone. Warzone, it makes buttloads of money.
Yeah,
it's polished, and when new games come out, it still persists through all their releases. So they're trying to do a similar style. So I'm curious how they would make a free Assassin's Creed game. That could be kind of cool. Free Division, that's interesting because I feel like that's not super popular.
Well, Division was pretty fun, and it was popping when it first came out. But I think after a while, it started to fizzle away.
Yeah,
but,
it fizzled out super hard. Definitely.
Yeah, but I think that was like the issue for a lot of games, right? Is that this like the paywall, the initial paywall, was hindering a lot of other games from even getting started.
Yeah.
But I mean, you open a lot of doors when you come in free.
Yep.
For people to start playing.
Absolutely.
And just giving them one character or whatever to start with, and then you got to pay for the others or something like that, that type of little stuff, the cosmetic things, that type of stuff people really love to invest money in because they really just want their character to look cool, or they want to have something that somebody else may not have or whatever. So I'm definitely for Ubisoft making free games because if they put as much effort into these as they do their regular games and have all of that stuff, because you have like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that, where Assassin's Creed you had to pay to get in, to buy the game, and then you're playing it, but they have all this other stuff that's in the game that's free, like extra little outfits or gear or things like that, so you could just imagine there'd be a lot more in it, so it'd be a lot of variety to choose from in there if they put it for free. And I'm all for that, man. Like,
for sure.
I get a great game, and then I can choose to buy some stuff later on in it if I want, or just continue to play the game without anything,
Yeah. Plus, it always seemed like the UB games, they went on sale super quick.
They do.
Like, they never hold their value very well. So I think at least if they go free, they could kind of capitalize on, hey, we don't get that amazing returns on like a game like Returnal, which will probably be 70 for a while, or other games. But I think they're onto something. And with their game Rainbow Six Siege, that one's been going on for a while. That one does have a free entry, but you can buy more characters and things. So I think they have they've been experimenting with it for a while, like you're saying with Assassin's Creed, adding paid stuff in there. So hopefully we'll get to the days where they're just new titles are free straight up, but you got to buy battle passes and things like that, which no one ever minds, especially if they can release the same quality. No one will mind. I'll buy whatever in the game if I enjoy it. But
Yeah, I was talking to my boy Brahms, and he was kind of mentioning like Assassin's Creed. I think he's playing like Origins or Odyssey, one of those two. But like the games are so damn long that you kind of like stop playing them after a while, like, or you don't do everything.
I didn't finish Valhalla.
It takes so long. Yeah, I haven't finished Valhalla either, and I enjoy the game, but it's just that it's so long and there's so much to do that it's kind of like one of those things that you just keep and then like you eventually get back to it and continue on playing it and stuff like that. So if they had like one of those types of content games,
do they have any free to play right now?
No.
Yes.
Do they?
You can play the Rainbow Six Siege and have some free operators. So you can play with people for free in a limited...
And like For Honor. Like they kind of switched some of their games to free to play, right? Models.
As they added more content, the base game was kind of free-ish.
They turned it into a free game.
Okay. The base was free, but all the content...
They've never like flat out from the gate launched a free to play game.
Because For Honor you had to pay for it.
Yep.
Do you worry about this affecting the quality of the game though? I don't know. It worries me.
I feel like no, because they've kind of, like Marcus was saying, they've been adding all these cash shop things in their mainline games as is. Like Valhalla has all these things you can buy. All their games already have all this cash shop elements.
And it's in rotation.
Yeah,
too,
but do you worry that they make it pay to win? Like because you didn't buy the game up front, the game is a little bit.
You're saying that the microtransactions are more
right,
mandatory.
like they make it more important for you to buy that experience boost or buy that materials package, so you have enough leather and rock and stuff to upgrade your guy. Where like they make it even more like demanding on the player, where you need to buy something.
Well, I think the good thing that would be about that is that a large majority of the Ubisoft games aren't really like a multiplayer type of thing. They're like a single player type of game. So whether or not you chose to, buy that cape that gives you like a heavy attack power boost or something like that, it wouldn't matter because it's your game. You're able to just plow through some stuff a little bit quicker.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about barriers to progress. So not just like power level like that. I'm talking about like, because in the stores right now, they have experience boost packages you can buy. They have map packages, material packages, things like that, where they make it such a slog to like level up that you feel like you have to buy this package to make it feel like a normal game. Like I worry that because they didn't get anything up front, they're going to be more tempted to make the game a little bit more cloggy for the player. Because they need you to buy something now. Now they need you to buy something.
Go ahead. I think we'll still get games like Far Cry. Probably will just straight up be a box sale. But I think that like they're doing with the Division spinoff, I think that they'll kind of design the game just a little differently. So because if what you're saying they do that, that's a complete turnoff. You know what I mean? I hope that they design a game more like Warzones and Fortnite, where you could play the game, the mechanics, all the cosmetics and things really have no effect. Doesn't make you better, player stronger. I hope they capitalize on that. Like you were saying with the cosmetic stuff, the capes or whatever.
Yeah, the only reason why I think that I would fear that they won't is because they already have those things in their shops already
for the paid game.
Right, for the paid game, and so if they're already kind of making it, because it is a little bit of a slog in like Assassin's Creed to level up and stuff. It's not terrible. You can still do it, but you have to do a little extra than you would normally have to do, than just the main mission. Yeah. Kind of tempting you to want to buy that experience pack or even the materials pack. Like you talked about, gosh, I can't find these materials. How do you have so much, uncle? Or your father-in-law? Yeah. And it's like those things, that's designed that way. Like they designed it that way to make you feel tempted to buy those packs in the store. And I worry that they make it even more so to make money, and the games turn in these little, loot box things.
Yeah, but in the same way, just like, like I said, like I look at my bag or whatever, and I see like, damn, like I don't have nearly as many materials as my father-in-law does in his bag. It's still possible that I can do that. It's just that I would have had to have played the same way he played, where I'm just like looking for everything and trying to loot and find everything that's like sitting out there in the world. So as long as it's plausible, and it's not like some far-fetched thing where I've got to sit here and camp at this thing and do this for like 20 hours in order to, and farm something in order to.
I disagree only in the sense like you have time for that. to play like your father-in-law?
To what?
You have time to play like your father-in-law?
The way that he was playing, it wasn't like crazy far from the way I was playing. It's just that he explored a lot more. Like he just enjoyed the game in a different way. You know, I had like
You don't think he spent more time than you?
I don't think so. I would have to look at his gameplay time. I can ask him to show me his gameplay time on there, and then I'll come back to you guys, or I'll come back to Mark next week and tell you guys how much gameplay time he's played.
I would be really surprised
more, but he
'Cause
wasn't.
you said he had an
wasn't
absurd
as
amount.
much. He wasn't like as far in the story as me.
Yeah.
But he had items and different things like that I didn't have. So he was able to do whatever he was doing at such a low level. But you know, it was just
That
like
sounds
two totally
eShop.
different
That sounds
experiences.
eShop to me, but I would be surprised if he played the same amount of hours as you and had that many more materials than you. I would just be absolutely shocked. Because as you're playing through the campaign, you're still coming across all the different loots too. Mm-hmm. It can't be that much more, like monstrous amount more. I just can't imagine it being a monstrous amount more than you.
Yeah, but either way, I think you do bring up a valid point because that already exists in their game. So if they make it even more grindy, but I would say we're at the days of Metacritic and all these things. So if they do that, it'll be like another Battlefield 2 situation. So we'll see.
Could be backlash for it.
Yeah, they'll have to.
It might
feel a
not be as
fine
much
line.
if it's free.
You're absolutely right. So they have to find that balance, and you know. But I hope there's still games like Far Cry that are paid normal.
See, that's
games.
what I'm worried about. When you see this, does that mean that they're like trying to never do those again? Because it's like, I like their AAA titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a big fan of them. I loved Odyssey. I love Far Cry 5, which I was telling you guys about Far Cry 5.
Mm-hmm.
The whole post-apocalyptic. I loved all those games.
I still gotta play that, man.
Dude, it was on sale for like 15
yeah,
or
you
20
like
bucks for
Phoenix
the
Rise-
combo pack
Phoenix
for
Rise
both of
yeah,
them
too.
recently
For that and New Dawn?
on digital purchase, huh?
And you like the
I like
Borderlands?
Phoenix Rising. I like a lot of Ubisoft games that I bought with real money,
Yeah.
not free. And like so for someone like me who's always been like a really big fan of Ubi, that kind of stuff worries me a little bit. If it's additional though, like if they're still going to be pumping out these really great games for like you're saying,
And then they put
a
some
box
extra
price
on the side.
and then like they're also giving me free games, that just is good. That's just gravy.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like, no, we're no longer doing that anymore. We're a free to play studio now, like Epic.
I think Genshin Impact is a good example of a game that has, it's free to play, and it has a lot of stuff that you can purchase in it, but you can still enjoy the game without any of it.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It
Genshin
wasn't
does a great
anything
model.
that just like completely hindered you, and you're like, man, this is ass. I don't want to play this. So, like, I'm gonna have to buy this pack or something like that. You know what I mean?
I just don't know.
I think if they find that good balance, and it might take like a game or two before they really find that balance. But so that might be one thing. But I think that they'll probably adjust it accordingly with enough time.
Because they have like shareholders and stuff though, right? Like I don't think Genshin Impact like has to worry about that. Where I think Ubi is definitely concerned with profits, and I think they're worried about making money. If they're gonna switch Far Cry 6 to free, they're really worried.
Yeah.
They really want to make money, so that's what worries me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But only time will tell. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. But that's it. That's all we got about this week. Thank you for the listeners. Thank you to the watchers. Everybody who's subscribed to us on YouTube. If you're checking us out on any of the digital streaming providers, thank you. And once again, make your comment in the video. Maybe tell us, give us like your idea on one of these topics or something like that. We might see like a good idea and then throw it in next week or one of the other following weeks or something like that. The giveaway also is another reason why you want to comment. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Peace.
See ya.